Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Marvel Monday. We are finally doing it. We are playing Galaxy's Most Wanted. We're planning on doing this for at least a couple weeks in a row. Crossing my fingers that,
We'll see how this goes.
some number of weeks from now we can beat this campaign. I did get some hot tech or some hot tips from one of the designers.
Really?
Yep. Got some information. Now, we had the fun Champions
Wait, you
thing
got him on
happen.
speed dial or something?
That's right. I do. Just kidding. I don't. But one, they accidentally apparently published the rules reference guide, and then because they, I think, didn't have it for every language, they unpublished it.
Oh, right. Yeah, that
remember
old
that?
thing. Yeah, the decision that makes no sense.
But I think in that guide, short version is we're all used to standard, expert, heroic. We've been
Right.
playing those games since the beginning of time.
As
right?
a game mode.
Those are the modes.
So wait, let's go over this. So standard is just you add the standard cards.
Yep,
and then
and-
expert is you add the expert cards.
And also in the setup, typically expert has you play on
Two
stage
and
2
3.
and 3 instead of 1 and 2.
All right. And then heroic is one card per player extra encounter card.
It's usually expert with one extra card per player.
Now you can
Just
technically do standard heroic, could you not?
You totally could.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the whole thing. But in this lovely Galaxy's Most Wanted campaign guide, there is a section that says expert campaign. Now, the intuitive over here, me,
Yeah, I don't like,
on the
I
old
don't like
Myers-Briggs would say, oh,
The intuitive.
We're playing expert.
The eye.
We're playing the expert campaign here. So naturally, this section must apply to us.
Right? Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Makes sense, right? And it's got all kinds of stuff like persistent damage, which is normal, but then it's like elimination and victory and how that works, deck customization. So here,
Can't change your deck and stuff.
can't add, remove, or change the aspect and or basic cards in the deck following the deck customization rules for the whole campaign, which is
Yeah.
different than the first campaign that we did.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Not that we really utilized it, but
Yeah.
at least-
So the thing I learned is that is different. An expert campaign is different than expert mode. Read me? Which is interesting. And it even says some setup and victory instructions are preceded by expert campaign only. Ignore them unless you're playing an expert campaign. So when we get down the road on like setup of this first scenario, expert campaign only, in player order, each player must discard cards on the top of the encounter deck until they get a minion.
yeah.
That only applies if you're playing on the expert campaign mode. So it says expert campaign, not expert mode. You know what I mean? Expert campaign.
So the difficulty setting per scenario is different than the difficulty setting per campaign.
So there's expert mode.
Uh-huh.
There's expert campaign,
Which is
two
different.
separate
Oh!
things. That's the big thing. So as an example, we look at Drang, which is the first scenario we played. We tried it last time. And you go to 1A, right? And it says contents, Drang 1 and 2, Drang 2 and 3 instead for expert mode.
Expert mode is different, not expert campaign.
Not expert campaign mode, right?
Oh.
And then at various points, if you see expert mode reference, that's referencing if we're playing with the expert cards and on stage 2 and 3 typically, or if we're playing an expert campaign. Now, technically, you could do both. You could be an expert. But the hot tip I got is that anyone that does that is just asking for a beatdown.
Is that what we did at first?
That is what we did last time.
Oh.
And we got dunked on.
So you could have. Okay, hold on. So you could have a standard
Go
mode.
ahead. Tell me how this works.
It's like a Punnett square.
Uh-huh.
Got to figure out. Why is there a card in front of my? There is. Look at that.
I mentioned something about the setup, 1A.
Oh, right. There it is.
popped.
Look at me go. Now I'm just a card with a mouth.
You can do one of these things where you're like,
Hello.
hanging out below it.
I've got a mask and it's a Marvel Champions card. And you do that thing that I talked about liking. It's over now.
Yeah.
But so you can do a standard campaign that is standard mode.
Yes. So you choose your mode of play, which is standard, expert, or heroic.
Okay. Mode first.
And then you choose your what level of campaign you're playing, which is a normal campaign. And the
Standard.
things that come along, and it's not called standard, it's just campaign.
Just normal.
Campaign mode.
Okay. Campaign mode.
Yeah,
Right.
so if you're doing a campaign, that's where you have the leftover damage that carries over. You have to pick the same hero the whole time, but you can change your deck in between. That kind of all the stuff we learned in the campaign.
So what if we called it campaign and then like a veteran campaign?
that would be a lot more clear.
And then we had a standard mode, expert mode, heroic mode. So you could play standard veteran. You could play heroic veteran, you know?
Well, you play standard campaign,
Right.
or you play standard veteran.
Yes.
Right.
Which is what we're supposed to do, right? Standard mode of the game, but the expert, or vice versa.
Or either one. But if
Doesn't
you do
matter.
both, it's like now if there's a 4 square, right, where it's
Yeah.
like standard, expert. This bottom corner over here is hard.
That's the corner of pain.
It's just like
Well, heroic, of course, would be the real painful part.
I'm not sold that you could play expert like heroic or like heroic expert
Heroic expert.
and
Heroic
ever
mode,
win
expert campaign.
win the campaign, because in the expert mode of the campaign you can't even change your deck.
Yeah.
So now your decks have to stay the same and be prepared to handle all of the problems that a
That
single.
sounds like a good challenge. Let's do that. Let's stream it until we win.
I mean that might be forever.
It's
So
the new challenge.
So we have to decide as players. Now, here's what I'm curious about. One thing I really liked about the campaign, because I played through a little bit of it, is this Badoon Headhunter. It's like a set of 5 cards. And just to kind of spoil it, he starts in the deck. And then if you defeat him, he's got victory 2 on him. So you get points to spend in the market. But then
I don't know where I've seen that before.
in the second scenario, if you beat him, he goes in the deck and the next card in his encounter set. And so you have 5 total sessions. There's 5 total cards. So the only way to get all 5 of these cards in the encounter deck is if you defeat him every time you're playing a campaign or a session. You know.
Okay. I feel you.
I don't know if that's
in a kind of a non-visceral way.
sense. So I don't know if that is. Let me look really quick. I want to know if he comes into play on expert mode or expert campaign.
It doesn't tell you. I mean, it would have to tell you somewhere.
It doesn't even look like it's on expert. He's just in. That's great. I'm glad he's just a part of it no matter what we do. But then there's also, to add a little more complexity to this.
Can you make me a chart? Can you get into Excel or something?
I need a chart. There is this one. Okay.
Badoon Blitz? Is that a Badoon Blitz reference? Let me go to the top down. We'll pop some cards up.
Yeah. So this is Badoon Blitz, which when I'm looking at the scenario 1 setup, and I know we're getting into the thickness of this dance before we start. But like during setup, each player records their identity. Fine. Reveal the Badoon Blitz. There it is. So check this out. This starts in play, right? There's a standard challenge version of this, and there's an expert. Now, intuitively, you would say, hey, if we're playing on expert, we should do the expert one.
Well, if we're throwing a challenge is a new word for me too in here. Expert challenge, is that for expert campaign mode or is that for expert mode?
Well, I don't know, because this is a standard challenge. So I assume this is actually based on if you're choosing the mode, not the campaign of difficulty.
Right on, okay.
So if you're playing on expert, then it would technically start on this side.
Do you think that can we establish a principle where anything on the cards that references expert is expert mode and only the book cares about campaign? Because otherwise you wouldn't be able to use these cards in non-campaign formats.
Right.
So you'd have to assume all campaign instructions are in that singular book.
I hope so.
Gotta be.
But what I know is that it seems like anytime they're referencing an expert campaign, it says expert campaign.
Right on.
Like
Not
even in
expert
the
challenge.
book. Right. It literally, expert campaign is the title it's always saying.
Right. Are we trying to establish that mode is really challenge? So you have expert challenge, standard challenge, heroic challenge. Is that even possible?
Well, I think mode is the standard expert heroic. That's the mode of play.
But where's the challenge word come from? What is this? Isn't a challenge, it's a side scheme.
I don't know.
That's what I mean. I think it's a new format of word. Maybe new words. I don't know. Well, we'll play it. Can we win? I mean, I'm just here to win.
So here's what I'm proposing we do.
I gotta build some nasty leadership deck.
So
that's not gonna do.
I'm
well
proposing we play expert mode,
with.
standard campaign.
Right on. Seems good. Yeah.
Everyone down for that?
Yeah, expert mode, standard campaign. Expert mode, standard campaign.
Yeah. So on all these campaign instructions, like last time we were doing it where we were expert campaign notes were being applied.
Okay, we don't have to do this.
We were going to skip that.
Well, speaking of that, I'm going to build a deck.
Great. My deck's already built, so I can just be fun.
Well, I'm supposed to be building something that is about...
Well, what you started keying on at the end, which I think is clever, is Iron Man gets the tech upgrades for free.
Yeah, and Tim had done this for a while, yeah?
Yeah, and then you can use Rocket's ability on his alter ego side to trash tech upgrades and draw 2 cards.
So that's the whole thing. It's Iron Man, free tech upgrades, trash them for two cards.
Yep. And then, of course, you have a bunch of tech upgrades on Rocket, too. that you're kind of using up and you want to get rid of and get to the discard pile and recycle and all that kind of stuff.
Does it make you, I mean, should I, have you run this out of red? Is it just strictly good?
Out of
Better?
aggression?
Yeah.
I've only seen it played as templated.
Oh, out of leadership.
Yeah.
Maybe
So-
we should run it out of aggression.
I'm doing justice, so you can do damage in any way you see fit, but just be prepared to kill
Well,
things.
why not allies? You know?
That is a good place to start.
And he's got 2 resource cards in the pool, so I feel okay with it.
Yeah, and side note, so Groot doesn't have resources in his pool.
Okay, no money.
So I am running the neutral, the power in all of us, and the neutral allies.
Okay, so you're doing that. Then I'm not going to do that.
I'm doing the neutral package.
Okay, yeah.
Specifically.
I'm not going to do that then.
Now I have enough. I have the cards for us both to play it, but it's the allies that are unique that are, you know.
Yeah, we don't.
so
I don't
suspect.
think- do you? And you're running Nick then. You're all in on Nicholas
I
Fury.
am on Nick Fury, yeah. But Nick is us both playing Nick is not necessarily wrong.
What about Avengers Tower? You're running that?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't have enough allies to matter.
Should I be playing beat 'em up,
One to everything. So yes,
or should you? Since you got the neutral package.
maybe. Yeah. Okay. Listen, I like your thinking here.
This was my neutral stack
He's
that I was
big
supposed to be
brain
running.
time. Yeah. This is where
Yeah.
collaborative deck building matters.
Yeah.
So it's good. We honestly, what pack is that from?
Does you
anyone know?
It says 2020 FFG 32 with that little symbol. Looks like a sun.
Do we only have 3 of those?
Sun with a line through it.
Because there's a world where we're both running some. Because it makes rockets so good.
And am I supposed to play these booster boots?
I like the boots a lot. Just one in your deck, you put it on.
Yeah, that's
it's a tech upgrade for you.
That's fine. That's fine. Totally fine. And then Ironheart, we all like Ironheart. You're running Ironheart though. I'm not gonna worry about.
I see that.
If you don't run Ironheart, what are you doing with your
I mean, I think it's
neutral?
it's been a few weeks. You know,
Your neutral.
I do have 2
package.
Spider-Mans in my deck, which I'm pleased with.
Ooh, Spider-Man.
The Spider-Man, see, you get both of them, the cool ones.
Okay, good.
I do have Ironheart, of course.
Okay.
I'm not a dummy.
I think I'm gonna do a standard curve here. Then I'm gonna do my triple resources mansion helicarrier. I think I'm gonna call it good there.
Yeah, because you have 2 doubles built in.
I've got 2 doubles.
So good.
And we'll do booster boots as kind of a neutral. You got to run it.
And more than anything, you have so much card draw. You have card draw. So his alter ego discards tech to draw, and his hero side, every time you over defeat an enemy, you draw, which is going to happen.
The question is, should you run Avengers Tower or not?
Well, how many Avengers you got rolling?
Well, all of them, really. We're going to do Iron Man for sure. Ronan. I like Ronan. Get an upgrade. I feel like we're going to do upgrades. You got to run Hawkeye. Got to run Squirrel Girl with Raccoon Man and one to everything. Come on.
Build for it.
Falcon is always like on the short list and eventually makes it in. Goliath is fine if I'm running Make the Call, Get Ready. I feel like Get Ready and Goliath is a necessary package together.
It's just a heater.
And then Giant Man is fine with some of that equipment that buffs your hit points. Is probably okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, do we need more of these? Are these the only equipment that we have? Don't we have 2? I think is the only one
I
that
think
buffs
those
allies.
are the only tech upgrades on the allies. And obviously the tech upgrades are good on every ally, but on Iron Man they get crazy because they're free.
Let's get at least two of each of these, I would imagine, right? Power gloves, huh? I don't know. You know? What is it? 1 for probably 2 to 3 damage and then the card draw? I guess that's okay.
Yeah. You got it.
Hey, look at that. It's nicely organized.
Thank you.
Well done.
There were turns, which I think we have these back in stock, by the way. People have been asking. We have this archive from Ultimate Guard, which I'm a big proponent of. It's double row. It's nice. It's magnetized, so it's really, it's just great. I think those are on the website, or will be soon, if that's something you wanted. I saw in the couple of games we played, there were multiple turns where Tim had 15 card hands.
Oh, really?
Because there would be we were playing 3 players, so there's more minions.
Yeah.
But you'd set up 6 or 7 minions to just knock them all down, and then you flip down to alter ego and you draw 2, and then you play Nick Fury, and it's just blah.
So I should be playing Nicholas Fury?
You're gonna see a lot of cards. I'll say that. Or we have Make the Call though, right? So you can make a call from my discard pile kind of a situation.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do Make the Call. I think that's right. And then Sky Cycle is one of these that I can run. And then somebody else said Inspired. You got to have Inspired. Where did Inspired end up? It's not tech, but it's worth running. I think if you're doing free upgrades on Iron Man
sure.
anyway, you may as well inspire
He just
him.
gets cool.
Same with, where's that U.S. agent? I love that U.S. agent. Because I haven't seen the show, apparently. Everybody's down on U.S. agent these days.
That's not true.
I'm living in an old-fashioned world where it's a fine card. It's 5 health.
He's got redeemable things going on-ish. We are, just so everyone's aware, we are scheduled, Steve and I, to watch the Captain America movies, which you have to watch before you watch Falcon and Winter Soldier, which would give you your... It's the U.S. agent origin story. That's why that show exists.
Okay. I'll watch it.
I'll
watch it all. I'll watch it all. I just have to be forced to do it. Shares a trait with your hero. Do we need to worry about team building exercise in Rocket? Anybody? Genius, Outlaw, Guardian? No, we don't. There's no team in that. Earth's Mightiest is Avengers only. That's probably not relevant. Quinn Carrier doesn't much matter. Any of the Rocket cards I'm missing out there in the chat? That particularly like neutrals or leadership cards that would be good in this style of deck?
I will say, the actor that played U.S. agent was phenomenal.
Okay, good. That's half the problem.
Yeah.
Some would say. All right, leadership. Leadership. Got leadership cards?
Oh, I didn't hand them to you? I handed you the neutrals.
All the neutrals. I appreciate that. I looked through them. There's a few things that I needed. Oh, wait, no. Hazo, no. No. With the clarification of you, I don't think Rocket can discard Iron Man's upgrades to get card draw. Because it says, choose and discard a type upgrade you control, your allies control the upgrades. I guess, even though you put them on there. I mean, if I put a, if I put a necklace around your neck, is it still my necklace? It's a good question. I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest. Everything about the rules around you are the kind of thing.
Has it left you cold, alone, sad, frustrated?
It's the kind of thing that eventually makes me uninterested in the game. Like,
I'm percentage in the pronoun. Excuse me.
I think it does actually unjokingly come back to that intuitive thing. It's like, if the game is not intuitive consistently, like it's friction around what makes sense in your brain to what's happening, eventually it's too much for me.
Yeah.
L5R did this for a while. Thrones at its deepest point in 1.0, it was like, if I have to have like little catchphrases to remember how this resolves, it's a problem.
Okay, Matt saying no, you control them. Blank saying the U section of the RRG is its own entire page. Didn't they take that down though, so they could get it up in a few other languages? Control is something a player does. I think that's right.
Yeah, because an ally doesn't control it.
Yeah.
You control it.
Yeah, I control it. I can discard it. I control it.
Either way, it's what we're going to play it as.
Yeah, we control it.
Play it as it lies,
I mean, I definitely control it. I'll take your Sky Cycle away from you, Ronan.
Yeah, because you use the Sky Cycle.
If it's my Sky Cycle, I bought it. Okay, inspired. Thank you. Speaking of.
You're welcome. Oh, man, seeing the Spiritual Meditation, I really enjoyed that Scarlet Witch deck I was playing.
Yeah.
I will say, after this campaign, playing Rocket and Groot, it's going to be hard for me not to keep playing as Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, me too, man. I'll play that Quicksilver protection deck until the end of time.
I think we will keep doing that. Yeah, that was a good time.
Okay, there's a Sky Cycle. Now we're getting somewhere. Attachment Avenger Ally. Exhaust ready. Okay.
I dig it, man.
Yeah. It's not tech.
But you're playing
a primitive Sky Cycle, but yeah, you got to... and a lot of these kind of filter themselves out because you're not playing an Avenger. Wonder Man is still not worth it, right?
Hardly.
Does Rocket have an awful stat line or something? No, it's got a 2 thwart. No way. Thwarting with him 100% of the time.
Yeah, people in chat talking about the archives and ordering them. One, appreciate you ordering them from us, but two, they really are great. I've ordered a handful. I should have ordered the ones I wanted before I told people they were in stock, but I guess we'll just...
You fool!
What am I doing? Allowing us to sell more products.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a good idea, man.
I do have a handful. Someone also jokingly earlier said, "Is this the Monarch release waiting room?"
So I saw somebody asked about the Blitz decks. Long story short, we just can't send them yet because of the release date.
There was some weird...
Now, if other people are sending them, that is a different thing. And, I feel like...
Rules.
If release dates are to be honored, people should let LSS know that that's happening. because we just have to tie our own hands because we like the rules. Zach's a big Captain America fan.
You know what? There are certain parts of me that I think would be surprising about.
The part of you that loves dark, conflicted characters looking for redemption, which Captain America is almost the exact opposite, right?
He is, yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, as an example, I like rules when they make sense to me. Rules that don't make sense, I grew up in a very loosely logical power structure in my family, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
There were random rules that didn't make sense, and I didn't like those. Kind of ignored them, right? I was a Star Wars fan, even though it was questionable, et cetera, et cetera. But when rules are just and right, I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Principled rules,
Yeah, you gotta have
like, and we
principles.
recently talked about release dates, and I think there's good reasons to have them. And we told our partners that we wouldn't ship stuff before a certain timeline. So guess what?
We're not doing it.
We're not going to do it.
We're not doing it.
What up, Ron? Good to see your name, man.
What do you think about Last Stand? It's just 0 for 3 that's hard to do, right? There's no way that that's worth having. I mean, 0 for 3 is hardly worth writing home about with conditions.
Well, particularly when you discard the ally after it's done.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you discard the tech upgrade, you swing them one last time with a one last stand, but it's even a hero interrupt. It's like,
Yeah, it's tough.
this card is awful. Now, 0 for 4, that gets interesting. That's good math.
Yeah. 0 for 3 is tough. 0 for 3 is good math if it's when your ally is going to go away anyway. But it requiring an ally and also it requiring an ally to be in a position where you're ready to discard it,
Yep.
that's a lot to ask for out of a card.
You're right.
But, you know, I'm happy that a 0 for anything is being restricted pretty heavily.
Do you think Black Knight's worth it with piercing? Is there a
how
lot of
cool
tough
he
in
is.
there?
I have
Is there a
no
lot of tough
idea.
in the
I
pool?
have no idea,
Let's
man.
run it. Let's run it. We can always tweak the decks, right? Didn't we run the version that
We
doesn't
are
matter?
doing that, exactly.
Strength in numbers?
No.
I don't know. I could have more cards. You said I need to get a bunch of cards.
Are you playing anything, if you are upgrading allies to the moon, obviously the tech ones you'll want to sacrifice with Rocket, but to like heal allies of any kind?
Nah, you crazy?
You run any of that jazz?
Healing allies. I've got more of them in the deck. I mean, that's kind of the point.
CJ Frank says, recommending Black Knight, piercing is key in this campaign.
Okay, good to know.
Josh West says, Marie Hello.
I'm gonna put one Quinjet in. You know why?
Well, you got the big allies.
I got the big allies. Oh yeah. Team training. I mean, you gotta have one team training, right?
Yeah,
Plus one to all your stuff.
That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Like, if you're
Triskelion.
playing
Do I need more
upgrades-
than one? Do I finally have more than one ally? No, they're gonna be blocking a lot. Power leadership. 2 of these guys per deck, right? And then we got an Ant-Man in there. No, we don't have an Ant-Man in there. I mean, here we go.
Anesthesia Cat says apparently they just teased Phase 4 of Marvel and it looks awesome. I'm excited. The shows they've been doing this past year, I'm just in exact. It's literally a Scarlet Witch show and then a show about the future of Captain America. I'm like, I can't choose better. It'd be like if Star Wars was doing an Ahsoka show where where Ahsoka's trying to go find Thrawn or something. That's what's happening.
Is that happening?
Yeah, I really feel I'm at the peak of my fandom content that's being made. That card looks cool.
Are we doing United We Stand?
What's it do?
And let's say the villain stage number is 2. It's
You're
heal
not
damage
Avenger,
from
man.
2 friendly characters. Oh, okay.
You
Then
gotta
I
be
don't-
careful too. Anything that says you have to have the Avenger title.
I've been paying a lot of attention, but I'm glad it actually helps me trim the card pool a little bit. Inspiring Presence, I can't play 2. That's good. I'm not inspired.
Yeah,
Nobody's
so we're
inspired
starting to
by
find these different
trash
pockets
panda.
of time.
All right, lead from the front. Get ready. Vision, still not good enough. And Hawkeye. Okay, I think we've done it. We've made our way through the pool. We're not going to play Falcon.
Also, quite clever. You guys are noting this in the chat that the Phase 4 of Marvel being teased is also when they're introducing Fantastic Four, which is just fantastic. That's
pretty cool.
convenient that it worked out.
That's pretty cool. 2 rapid response.
That card is like being able to get Iron Man back with 1 damage on him, and then you just start loading him down again. Chef's kiss.
We're going to play Get Ready instead of Inspiring Presence because we're not an Avenger. Wow, this card's been through the ringer. When did you put that through the garbage disposal?
Wait, I think we have extra copies.
It's fine. It'll be in a sleeve.
That's right.
Slap.
It's been a year and a half of aggressive, aggravating, heroic plays.
2 reinforced suits, 2 power gloves. Is that enough tech upgrades aside from the ones in my signature pool? 4 for the allies.
You draw so many cards. You just wait.
Well, you've seen it played that way, but does Steven draw a lot of cards? I don't know. We'll see.
Just rock it. If you're not drawing cards, you're not raccooning.
I'm not. Maybe I'm not. Is there anything to reduce the cost of upgrades?
Iron Man.
Just Iron Man. Nothing else?
I don't think so.
Okay. One Sky Cycle?
It's not like we don't have an Eastern Fiefdom for upgrades.
That'd be nice. One of those? Do you even use it? Exhaust, and you can't discard it off of him afterwards. You know what I mean?
If you're playing team training and whatever gives you +2 health,
I think you have to.
Sky Cycle really lets you get to the end of an ally's usefulness quickly.
Wow, very
It also
Machiavellian.
depends if you're using lead from the front kind of stuff as well. It matters more.
I feel like I should have at least 2 of these.
Because obviously that's like a moment in time. It doesn't say Avengers, right?
No.
Okay. Now I'm all freaked out.
I'm all worried. All right, we'll
You
do
have
one
Flora
team.
and Fauna in there?
Yeah, it has to be. I think
Okay,
it's in the must-have stack here.
Great. It's just in your signature pool.
Place
It's so good.
charge them.
Yeah.
Okay, team training's good. We'll see. Make the call, definitely need to have some amount of that, I imagine. Ready for action is fine, but not needed.
Yeah.
None of the assembles stuff. Nobody's assembling. We're all just gardening. Then for the allies.
Whew, that is a stack of allies.
Yeah, we'll cut some.
Tell me the must includes.
Must include Maria Hillo.
Yes. I hear she has the Dillo.
She's got the Dillo constantly. Squirrel Girl. For sure. Hawkeye. Anything that's going to put damage on minions and help me exceed their health is huge. Iron Man. Definite. Definite here. So there's 4. Then we've got the funny ones. I think Ant-Man's generally just good. You can always make Ant-Man what you need Ant-Man to be.
He doesn't require a certain type, right?
No.
For some reason, they made Wasp less good in all iterations.
No. Ronan, I think, plays into the attach things to your allies meta. So if I don't have Iron Man out, I can put a Sky Cycle on Ronan or something, give him +1/+1.
I'm with you.
Then we've got the questionable ones are always Giant Man. But if you have a lot of it, but it's like 5. It's like, that's a lot of turn for one giant.
I will say, again, I've seen Rocket draw a bunch of cards, so he's going to be less restricted on those turns where he really goes crazy. He can actually afford to play some big stuff.
Play a Giant Man?
Like most people, it's like paying 5 is like your hand.
All right, we'll put him in. I haven't really explored Giant Man as much as I should. U.S. Agent and Black Knight. These are the easy cuts. That's what we call this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 7 allies currently. How many cards in the deck? 40? We could go essentially, this is a quarter of the deck as allies. Seems like too many allies. You're not going to play 2 to 3 every turn, are you?
Well, a quarter of your hand is 1 or 2 a turn in your hand.
You don't want to have none allies. We've seen those decks.
I'm with you, man.
Zach has played those decks many times.
We can sling it up once if it's too much. Tailor it right on back.
All right, let's do this. So let's go 3, 6, 9. Let's do 9 allies. That'll give me something fun to do here. And then let's do resources. Maybe 9 of those. See that? So this is 3, 4, 5 for the power of leadership.
Oh, nice.
6 for a Quinjet.
Zach approves.
7 for a Hawkeye. 8 for Avengers Mansion. I can play Avengers Tower.
Yep.
And use it.
You don't have to be an Avenger.
Yeah, I just borrow in the tower. So there's 9 resource cards.
Well, all your allies come from the tower.
That's right.
They're teaming up. Yeah, have fun in that tower.
Can we please? Okay, then we've got our main deck concept.
Yeah, don't forget this is not technically in your signature pool. So you're one.
It's technically a card.
You get 1 less card.
So here's 4 of our main focus of the deck cards, which is going to make a lot of sense. I think 4 is great. Then let's do maybe a couple inspired.
Okay. 6.
There's 6 there. Let's put a Sky Cycle in here for 7. Let's put a Team Training in here for 8 to make the allies better. Any other static ally bonuses? Like
25 cards here equals a 40 card deck.
Mm-hmm. And we're almost at 27. So we'll have to start cutting.
Yeah.
But, we'll get there.
Well, so you asked a question. I'm sorry.
Lead from the front, rapid response. These are the questions. And Get Ready's trying to get in here too.
Yeah.
So this is where the deck building is going to take place. Let's cut everything else that we don't need. I'm going to cut downtime and endurance. You know why? Tired of them.
You know what? I like your moxie today.
I'm tired of them, Zach.
Yeah. Real serious this morning, and then now you're just not having Not taking anything from anyone.
Not taking. Booster Boot seems like an easy cut to me. It doesn't play into any of the fundamentals of me being good at this.
I will say
It is a tech upgrade. That actually helps a lot.
2 things. It's a tech upgrade. Are you playing Make the Call?
Well, is it trying to be played like all of these other cards?
I don't see it anywhere.
Yeah,
so
it's somewhere
maybe
over
you're not.
here.
It's cool if you're not. But if you are,
I've got so many allies. Why do I need to bring them back?
Yeah. Well, then you don't.
Maybe. I mean, you need to have 1 or 2, right? And just less allies. That's what you really need. You can't have this and 9 allies. That doesn't make any sense. You can't do that.
But that's up to you. Like, Booster Boots obviously could put allies into your discard if you are playing Make the Call.
Which makes you want to run a few less.
But extra allies instead of Make the Call, instead of paying a card to go get the ally, you just have the ally.
You just have the ally.
So, a little this, a little that. I don't know what to tell you.
A little of that. I'll tell you what. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. I think I'm gonna have to cut some of these upgrades. Do you just go rapid response? Don't worry about your big lead from the front turns?
I like Rapid Response the most. It's like one of my favorite cards in the game.
Ugh.
Especially if like just getting Iron Man back to load upgrades on again. Or Nick Fury. Nick Fury's
Nick Fury's really where it's at, but you're also running neutrals. Because these could also be Make the Calls kind of similar. The framework's a little different. I don't have a lot of like strong when this ally comes into play stuff.
Yeah. Just Maria, Hawkeye, Nick Fury.
Maria Hawkeye the same as usual.
And Squirrel Girl, technically.
Squirrels can...
So you have a good amount of...
3. That's an all right number. Let's go Make the Call. I'm tired of looking at rapid response too, although Power of Leadership makes me want to keep him in.
There it is, the Tide Binds. That's also a good case for lead from the front.
I know. So we're going to drop this Sky Cycle.
Okay, yeah, I'm into it.
Nobody needs a Sky Cycle. It's too dangerous. That...
My wife would agree.
And then get ready. You never needed it before. You don't need it now, do you? So 2... I take that back, actually. Because you kind of want to be able to kill your allies so you can discard the tech upgrades, on command. So I don't necessarily always want that to line up. So we've got 18 here. 20. Actually, let's start here. 18. 19. 20. 21.
Good point, Keith, saying 22. If you recur Squirrel Girl 30 times, you'll beat the villain.
That's actually maybe the deck. 23, 24, 25, 26. 26 is the only amount we have, huh? Plus what, 16?
25 gets you to a 40 card deck.
And I've got 16 over here, though, right? Because this is an extra one.
Yeah. So 24 over here gets you to a 40 card deck.
God, why are these decks so small?
It's getting tougher and tougher.
All right, let's cut things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's cut U.S. Agent and Black Knight.
Okay, good.
Gone. Allies gone. Rapid response, team training's got to be in. Let's just do 1 inspired. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the team training. So let's see, 18, 16 plus 19, 22, 23, 24. That's the end if we don't have get ready or lead from the front.
Yep.
Game's hard.
Yeah. I mean, I could technically see, like, one of these if you really wanted to squeeze.
Don't want that squeeze. Do you just drop inspired? What's it worth, probably? 2 thwart? Maybe 3, if you're lucky?
Yeah. I mean, it depends. If you're playing... So, best case scenario is on Giant Man.
How much hit points do you have? 4?
4. So then you play that one thing that gives you +1 health on all your allies, this thing. Team training. It's like 1 is worth 10 of whatever, technically. But that's very specific. Most of your allies are not that.
It's out. Don't need it. Team training, rapid response. Avengers Tower. This is a good question. Somebody asked if you need this. And then I'm thinking maybe you don't. over the course of the game, I just doesn't seem like I'm going to need that ability as much. Quinjet's a good potential cut here.
Yeah.
Start cutting the flak. Make the deck stronger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 14, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 23 on lead from the front. I like that in there. And then we get one slot. Booster Boots are inspired back in there. Or the Avengers Tower, or the Quinjet, in honor of Zach Bunn.
There it is.
The Quinjet is going in.
Yeah, because let's see how many big eyes you're running. You're running enough. I like it. We need a jet. Start sleeving them for you. But you're committed.
Yeah, thanks.
We'll just try it. See how it goes. I like that you're back on power leadership.
How many rapid responses do you really need?
I think 2 is the max.
Let's do 1 here and 1 make the call. Split the goalpost, see which one I like more. It's about options. It's not about consistency or efficiency or effectiveness. It's about options and it's about fun.
I'm in. I will say with Rocket's card draw, a lot of times having different tools is better than having a lot of the same tools.
Okay.
Because like you're just gonna, if you do draw a 10-card hand, you actually have the ability to choose between make the call or rapid response, depending on what's going on. Nick Fury's in your discard pile, you might make the call. Nick Fury's on the table with 2 health or 1 health left, you might drop a rapid response.
Why do people hate the jet? The math on it's good, so I'm trying to understand why people don't like it.
I think it's because people aren't patient.
Looking at you, Steve. Is that true?
I mean, so you pay 1, and
You get 3 or 4 money.
it turns into 3 or 4,
I mean,
but you have to wait.
I've made those trades a million times in card games. Why is it bad now? You know, like all our lives we've been playing 0-cost cards that you blow up for 3 money.
I'm telling you, Sith Holocron, Black Lotus,
I mean,
et cetera, et cetera.
Game of Thrones, for goodness. I mean, you know, I'm just
Every-
saying I can make a case for it.
It's the card, I'll tell you this, it's the card that every time I do the math on it, I like it. And then I play it, and I love it. So that's, the eyes have it, you know?
And we don't have, I mean, it doesn't work with Make the Call, so it's not quite as good. It doesn't work with Ant-Man, so that's not great. Giant Man and Iron Man is quite good with, you know? I guess we'll see. Maybe we'll have too much money, and that could, maybe that'll have an impact. And then I don't have a signature ally, do I? So we'll just have to take a look. All right, let's shuffle it up and play it.
I'm gonna get
it is.
a pair of beat 'em ups in here just for you.
Oh, well, thanks.
We're gonna set up some rad turns.
Did you just put them in there on top of your 40?
I'm at 42, which is my cap. 42 is what I'm always willing to flex to.
The math on 40 is questionable. The math on 42 is rock solid.
It's the answer to life and the universe and all that stuff.
Answer on 42, just rock
You know,
solid.
the Hitchhiker's Guide. You've read it, I'm sure.
Ascalon saying it's hard to use the jet in a satisfying way. You either have too many or not enough tokens.
Too many's fine though.
Too many's fine, yeah.
If I paid 1 for 5 later, it doesn't matter if there's 12 tokens on it or not.
1 for 5.
I still made $4.
1 for 5, 1 for 5, baby.
It's kind of like an investment. If I pay $1 and I get $5 back, it really doesn't matter if it's 1 year or 10 years for me. As long as I'm alive, I'm
As
happy
long as
with
you
it.
got to be alive is the thing. You got to
Yeah.
make that a thing.
Jason, we are playing expert mode standard campaign. Ah, see? This all makes sense. Everything's normal.
Expert mode, standard campaign. Expert mode, non-expert campaign.
All right. You ready for the et cetera, et cetera? So, look at this beautiful comic page. That actually looks great on screen.
Does look good, doesn't it?
Off of PlayStation, which is Carol's home in the sky. That right there. You remember the card's really good?
Oh,
and
yeah.
her
Yeah, like all of her signature cards.
is under attack. And then the Guardians show up. And Groot says, I am Groot.
Cool.
TLDR.
Yeah, we got to fight some stuff, yeah. Ready?
Yes. Scenario 1, Brotherhood of Badoon. The Brotherhood of Badoon has mounted a surprise attack against Earth. You and the other Guardians of the Galaxy rush to Earth's aid, teaming up with the mighty Avengers in the process to beat back the Badoon. However, the Brotherhood of Badoon's leader, Drang, is a skilled tactician with a fleet of powerful ships and an overwhelming number of soldiers at his side. Villain deck, Drang 1 and 2. Remove Drang 1, if we were playing expert mode.
We're playing expert mode, not expert campaign.
Drang 2. When revealed, if Drang Spear is in play, give Drang 1 face down boost card. Otherwise, search the encounter deck and discard pile for Drang Spear.
Didn't we played this, right?
We
And what do we
tried it.
need to remember about this? I just remember it was overwhelming.
It's the Milano ship. We'll get to that in a second. So he gets his spear. He's a 2 scheme. After he schemes,
Oh, right. This
you
ship,
resolve the Badoon ship's charge up ability, which I will get up. So we have the Badoon ship, and basically every round it's going to get 1 charge, but then every time he schemes, it gets another charge. When it hits 4, we both take 2 indirect damage, which will be great now that you have all those allies.
I'm putting these booster boots
There
on,
they
too.
are.
Booster boots. They can do random damage to me. I'm
There you
going to
go.
put these stupid boots on. 41, man.
I need those. There it is. We have arrived. We have broken Steven. But every time it hits 4, it clears, and we both take 2.
I could put them inside the Quinjet.
So simple as that.
Okay.
Let's see. Main scheme, built that. Encounter deck, etc. Recorder, we're playing Rocket and Groot. Revealed the Badoon Blitz
they're back out.
side scheme. So we're going to do the Badoon Blitz. It is on expert mode, so it starts in play. Comes in with 3 + 4 per player. Oh. 8, 11.
No, it's from an attack. You're right. What the heck? Yeah, from an attack? I'm not going to get attacked.
Oh, yeah, because you have me.
I should have allies and you.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what I'll do instead. I'll put a Black Knight in here.
So this is worth remembering, this thing. When we clear this, we get victory 1. It goes to the victory display, the Badoon Blitz. But also, when it's defeated, each player must choose and discard a card from their hand.
Easy.
So you want to do that when neither player has cards in their hand.
I've got plenty. Okay.
Let's see. Reveal the Badoon Blitz, shuffle the Badoon Headhunter, minion into the encounter deck. So he's getting shuffled in, and that's really it. Now, last time we were playing on expert campaign mode as well, which meant that we also started with a minion. And that's when we got those.
It's good for that not to be the case then.
We got those Badoon grunts. You remember?
Oh,
those
yeah,
things?
the grunts, and they make more grunts or more Badoons.
They give you an encounter card if you don't have an enemy. So that's all bad.
Badoon this, Badoon that.
Now, is there?
I'm a Badoon, you're a Badoon.
Here it is. Setup, put the Badoon ship environment and Milano support into play. The Milano is going to start with the first player playing leadership, so you'll be the captain of this here ship, which is great. Terrestrial Invasion 1B. Drang's overwhelming forces have mounted a surprise attack against Earth. Force response after resolving step 1 of the villain phase will put a charge on the Badoon ship. The first player can exhaust the Milano to remove 3 threat from this scheme.
Which you pretty much should do all the time, right?
it
We
comes in with
decided
4.
that was the case.
Well, unless this is clear, yes. Because it comes in with 4. It needs to get to 16 to advance, and it adds 4 a round. Because it's 2 per player per round.
Yeah.
Which is a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot. Stack you up here.
I'm glad to satisfy the urge here, prepare to game. I like TC streams when they make the game as hard as possible. Which, you know, there's an inverse ratio of quantity of experience versus difficulty of experience. Whereas if it gets hard enough, I will stop playing. Whereas Zach is eternally hopeful. And that's one of the key things to understand about the two of us. Even though if you see it from the outside, you might think, oh, well, you know, Steven's excited. He's got this bubbly presence, you know, and Zach's kind of more low key and kind of even keeled.
I would definitely explain it as bubbly.
Yeah, super bubbly, like a fine glass of champagne that we spilled all over this playmat and then washed. Apparently cleaned up just fine.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
But anyway, all that to say, I'm actually way more pessimistic and I would say generally depraved.
I will say I've worked over the past decade to become more realistic.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be very optimistic and not ambitious. What's the word for it? Naive. Like
Yeah,
it's the kind of thing where it's like if your boss is
You were
like, hey,
hopeful,
I need
yeah.
it by Friday. It's like, oh, I'll get that to you by Wednesday, which is not how I operate anymore.
Yeah, now it's like, I'll have it by next year.
Yeah. Even like the UK shipping we've been working on forever. It's like you go in and I previously would have been like, by the end of the year, definitely going to happen. And then it was actually like, well, we have no idea when it's going to happen, but we
Yeah.
sure are going to work hard on it.
We'll never know. Once you involve a third party,
It's over.
all bets are off.
It's over.
All business must
All right.
stop.
Your first player,
Yeah.
open in hand. It's party time.
Okay. Things that matter. Squirrel Girl does not. No allies or no nothing currently out. Particle cannon, I don't know. That seems good for me. That it's a big gun, and that seems to be the case. What I'm here for. Ronan is interesting. Not a particularly good ally. I'm probably going to keep pitching until I find Iron Man. Savage, let's see. I can pay with a tech and then put it on the top of my deck and draw into it again. So that's interesting. Cybernetic Skeleton, +3 hit points, +1 attack. It feels like the kind of thing I need to play now, even though I don't want to. And Helicarrier would be nice. A lot of high costs here in the hand, though. Okay, let's read this particle cannon. Exhaust it, remove a charge, deal 4 to an enemy, gains overkill and range. Well, that's just genuinely good.
Now, important to note, you can salvage a tech upgrade on the first turn.
Yeah, I'm just putting it on top of the deck, basically.
Oh, that goes on top?
It'd be nice, but yeah, you can use it to pay and then you can put it on top. So you don't lose it.
Well, here's what I got cooking. So one of the Groot's things that he needs to do is put these growth counters on. So he's got to be able to go down to Alter Ego. So I included, that's why I like Justice for him. There's a lot of cards you can use even in Alter Ego.
Yeah.
That stop threat. So Beat Cop and Counterintelligence being two pretty good examples.
Beacop's pretty good. People were really hot on that card, and now it's like, it's fine. I think it's unreasonably good, but
I mean, I think a big part of it depends on how long the game is going to last. The longer the game goes on, the better value Beat Cop is.
Yeah.
And if you draw it late, it's also not as valuable. Because paying 3, you need to remove 6 to kind of break even.
yeah.
So like it's got to be 6 turns from now before that. But
You can always blow it up to get yourself out of a bad situation, you know?
but being able to just remove 1 the entire game.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at keeping these. I really like this Entangling Vines, but I really could use a double resource here. So I'm gonna pitch and see what else I can get. People asking why I'm running Boots and Groot. It's so that I can prevent losing my growth counters.
Boots and Groot. Do these get discarded?
There's a 2, but not the
These
2
all
you
get
want.
discarded, right?
What do you mean?
Everything gets discarded, it doesn't go back in? Or does it go back in this one?
It gets discarded.
Oof.
Yeah, but you can set up your make the call plays later.
My one make the call in the deck?
You're gonna see it at some point in this process.
I'm doing this. I'm going to see what happens.
Someone say it doesn't work. Why does that not work?
What doesn't work? Something you were talking about?
When you take any amount of damage from an attack, exhaust it. Discard the top. So you have to do growth counters first? Then it's gone.
Yeah, because our growth counter is voluntary. They're not voluntary, are they?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so it goes to them. And then you would take damage. You're going to...
It's the kind of thing I love.
Out of there. Yeah, see ya. Because you wouldn't take any damage. You get chopped. Chop, chop. I think this is right. I should discard one of these tech upgrades right now. It's going to be the particle cannon. I'm going to put it back on top of salvage.
Yeah, I like
I
that.
just don't feel like first turn is when I want to see that card. We can make the call for squirrels if we need to.
Oh, nice. Immediately.
For no reason at all.
I mean, you don't have to play the card out of your hand, so that's actually efficient. I guess,
Yeah, there's just no minions.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying now.
Revolution.
All right. This is yours, Captain.
Captain. Me and the captain make it happen.
And technically, if someone wants to discard a physical, we can get rid of that. I might do that.
Nobody wants to do that.
Probably.
That's where we usually lose.
But he gets +1 and cannot be stunned or confused.
I feel like that's a pretty okay opening if I get to use spaceship. But we should probably reduce the threat with spaceship. We already covered this, didn't we? I'll be thwarting for 3 by doing this.
Yeah. So,
And I guess the problem is the attacks.
Yep.
We're gonna need an ally. Or just stay in alter ego. And use the ship to do this and hold make the call here, but you're going to want thruster boots over the long course of this game. That I know. The thruster boots are important. Cybernetic Skeleton, I really don't like that much. But you got to play it. It's like he's kind of an Iron Man, little Iron Man
Plus 3 health.
raccoon, right?
Well, the extra attack also lets you get the overkill on minions on his attack.
Right on.
To draw a card. So it's pretty relevant.
Okay. The suit doesn't matter until there's allies. You don't want to really make the call for an ally right now. That's not pro plays.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So let's use this for thwarting. Let's have me build a bunch. I feel like I need one more money. We could also set up it. Do you need this cash? Does this cash have a meaningful impact on you?
Not enough. Not enough of one.
This impact is not enough. All right, I'm going. You got that first player counter?
Oh, yeah. I got to set the health on Drang as well. Well, we're back.
We're back. We'll play the old helicarrier. Drop those 2, put a tech upgrade from discard pile on top of deck. Done. What's funny is like, so you could helicarrier the boots in, go up, use them, and then, oh, you couldn't because you got to do this, but you could literally just go here and then discard them and draw 2, which is interesting.
Yep.
It's kind of efficient, but really not.
Well, you can particularly do it if you salvage them onto the top of your deck.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing if you want it to get it back next round. But it's almost where if there were 0 cost tech upgrades, those would be the money.
Does money matter to you right now?
No, not really. Okay. It's not going to make a huge impact at this second.
Let's go helicarrier and drop the boots. Salvage those back in. How many salvages do I have? 3? 2.
2.
Ugh. Yeah. Play the skeleton. Helicarrier +1.
Yeah, that's it.
And then I'm going to just hold this, make the call, and we can go ahead and remove 3 here. Unless you do need that money, you let me know.
No, I don't think so.
And I just got to stay here. I got to stay here. I mean, unless you can block for both of us.
I can't.
Yeah.
But I will block for me.
The protection problem.
To basically just stave him off. So I'll get 2 growth counters. And then let's flip. Let's play a beat cop. Just got to do it. Let's also play a deft focus. So it's not going to do anything for me this turn, but it's literally -1 to all my superpowers, which is like most of my deck. So
Good.
That'll be great. And then I'll go ahead and punch. I don't think he has retaliate or anything. Punch for 2. That's my best stat. And then I'll pass the end of the turn.
Okay. Get rock and rolled here in the early game. He may advance here.
I don't know. I don't think that's
okay. Good hands though. We'll see if building is the way. Apparently, chat's saying we'll figure out that building you can't do that in this one. So,
all right.
That's why we're here, because we get to actually experience it for real.
All right. 5 threat goes on.
No tech.
The acceleration.
Yeah.
And then he's starting with you. He's going to scheme.
2+.
Technically, put 1 here. There it is. Then he's scheming, so it'll be another one.
Oh.
2 + 2, so it's a 4. Then he's going to attack me for 4, and I'm going to go ahead and block. That's 3 plus a special, +2. I guess plus is 2 boost icons for an attack specifically. So he's at 6 to my 3, so I'll take 3, lose 2 counters, and take 1.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll get the bad cards. And I also have a good hand.
Yep. Orcish, we're not playing expert campaign. We're playing expert mode, but standard campaign. Okay. Me ready?
Mm-hmm.
A Badoon Grunt. If there are no other minions, deal myself one face down so I get another one immediately, yeah?
Yep. He's the worst.
A Badoon Headhunter. Victory 2. Villainous.
Now you got things to draw cards with, so let's go. Mine?
Yep.
Special delivery. You may exhaust the Milano. If you do not, villain schemes with +1s. Oh, and I'm in all three. Go. You may exhaust the Milano. If you do not, the villain attacks with +1. So I can either take 6.
3 threat or take 6.
I'm gonna say prevent the 6, and I'll deal with some things.
Done.
All right. End of round. This passes.
End of round. That's right.
Let me see. So I do have the AoE 1 to everything.
That's good. Seems pretty relevant.
That would be probably pretty helpful. I also have Flora and Fauna, technically. So I can either get 2 growth counters and ready myself, or I can put 2 charge counters on one of your upgrades and ready that upgrade. So if you had an upgrade that you could really do something.
I mean, so I'll have the particle cannon out, so I can get two slaps with the particle cannon.
How much does it do?
4 per slap. And let's see. Rocket, deal excess, draw a card, deal excess, draw a card. Okay. And then I'd have 2 attack with the cybernetic skeleton. So let's see. I'm probably looking at Avengers Mansion, draw. We could maybe, we got questions here. Mansion or Hawkeye is really the question I'm probably going to ask. Tough questions, right? Hawkeye's going to be really relevant.
Is tough. How relevant is the extra slap? Because if I have to be in hero form to do it, and I'm going first.
Yeah.
So that's a fun.
Let me see what I would actually end up doing. I feel like I want to get Mansion out to get Mansion out. You know what I mean? I think we'll be just fine without it.
Okay. And the AoE 1 is helpful, or does it matter?
AoE 1 is helpful in that I can kill the Badoon Headhunter with the AoE 1. I can maybe do it anyway. Depends on what I draw with the Mansion.
Beat 'em up is only minions engaged with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that card's
get
gone.
it out of there. You don't need that.
So I need to drop that.
Luckily,
I
you're
put
over
2
your
in.
deck
Yeah,
size,
I
so
put
like
2 in. That's gotta go.
you don't. Were you at 42?
If I draw, I was at 42, so I'm technically short a card.
I'll put something in here that's good.
There's no way that's happening.
Yeah, I can't believe it's only engaged with you, not the board.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, beat him up. Makes sense.
Let me see what's in here. I'll shuffle.
Let me see if I manage. Did you say you were going to use? What do you think about the flora and fauna idea?
So I'm going to draw an extra card because I'm getting rid of this, which is going to change something. I can definitely use it. It just means I'm going to have to stay in this mode. And if I do that,
this is interesting, actually.
definitely doing this.
Let's see. Mansion +1. Particle cannon with the carrier.
Now, if I did 5 to an enemy, would that be relevant?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I assume that would be very relevant. So I can do 5 to an enemy and then either play an ally or play flora and fauna. Or
Probably ally.
if that resource is floating, I can do 5. I can play an ally and I can play flora and fauna.
It all depends on what this mansion draws. Something I don't know. It's an unknown.
Well, you'll also draw if you ace these guys, right?
I'm counting for that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have to do an excess to draw. So the head turn gets a little weird. Okay, did that, Daniel. The notification of both Star-Lord and Gamora being processed felt pretty neat this morning. That's right.
How about I do this?
Coming out at the same time.
Let's start here. I'm going to go ahead and play an ally. This is Wiccan.
Wiccan.
After he thwarts, I can discard the top card of the encounter deck. For each boost icon on that card, deal damage to an enemy.
Cool.
So I'm going to remove a thwart and then see how much damage happens.
From the main?
Yeah. And then we'll discard a 1. So I can do a 1 somewhere.
Okay. Overkill has to go to the main.
Yeah.
It can't go to other minions.
Yeah. So I could ultimately end up doing 6 here or 1 and 5. Depending.
6 here is more relevant for sure, if that's in the wheelhouse.
It's there.
Yeah, let's do it.
So I'll put 1 here. Then I'll use Deft Focus and pay 1 for a Root Stomp to 5 there. 3 to 6.
Very nice. Teed up.
And then the decision point I have is I can go down and put 2 growth counters on. Technically, I have Flora and Fauna left. So if I have a resource, I can play it now to either ready, swing, I have a 2 floating technically, or take a threat off something, then go down and get growth counters. Or I can just wait, have blockers, so that's fine.
So floor on you is worth what now? Thwart and some growth counters?
It's really a matter of if I'm going down or not.
Okay.
But I'm not sold I should go down yet.
Do I need to sell you on it?
You're going to play a blocker?
Not really. No. Unless, I mean, Hawkeye blocking with 4 counters is not exactly what you're looking for.
Not ideal, yeah.
Now I could go get Ronan, for instance, who's a fine blocker, but I feel like it is kind of mini Iron Man here where I have to set up a little bit and then I can have those more explosive moments later on down the line. So why don't you go and build up, aren't you supposed to build up growth counters? That's what you're supposed to be doing, yeah?
But if you want...
Wiccan can block for me, right?
Yeah, definitely. So I'll go down and I'll put 2 growth counters on. And then it'll be your turn.
Can you play Flora, Fauna, and Hero?
Mm-hmm. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But I can use it next round as well.
Get you 2 more growth counters and a stand. Yeah. And you get to draw a full hand. Versus, what do I get out of that deal?
That's really the thing. So like if we get it now, I'm 2 growth counters ahead and either a swing. If you're not going to be able to overkill both of these things, I could at least take care of one of them.
I can get both of these.
Or I can just remove 1 threat.
Sure. If I were you, let's go ahead and just give you the Flora and Fauna now.
I'll ready and get 2 growth counters. And then I think I'm just going to take a threat off.
Yeah, that's kind of where we are.
So I'll take a threat, then I'll go down, get 2 more growth counters.
Okay. Let's see if that paid off.
It's going to be very helpful going into the next round.
Okay, I don't have any tech upgrades I want to get rid of. So I'm going to roll up here. I'm going to swing for 2 straight away here.
Okay.
Excess damage means I draw a card and victory 2.
Victory pile?
Oh, I just drew into Flora and Fauna.
Okay, great. You can use it on yourself.
Okay, I don't even really need it here. So then let's pay 3 for a particle cannon here.
I love his giant guns.
It's great, right? 2 charge counters. Oop. Okay, got a cannon and a big old skeleton there. Let's go ahead and just use this. Exhaust, remove 1, deal 4 with overkill to the grunt.
Okay, so he goes away and then 2 here.
Yeah, and I am my gun, right? So U is gonna...
Yeah, you were controlling the gun.
U is gonna matter. Okay. Do you think you bother? Do you bother with Flora and Fauna right now? Get 2 charges. Ready the particle cannon. Can just do 4 to the villain. I mean, that's the best, unfortunately, the best.
Do you have this, perchance?
That you've got.
Mental, physical, physical.
It's mental. Weirdly, yeah, in a helpful way, I do. I've got a pitch, strength, and mansion for it.
You got to play Mansion, right?
I don't know. I felt like I did, but now I'm not sure. You know what? Yeah. Let's play Mansion. Let's play Mansion and make all sorts of weird decisions. I'm gonna pitch all this good stuff. This one. Sure you were pitch. Okay. I'm gonna pitch this good stuff.
Just so we're aware, people saying I don't think this is correct, but to play Flora and Fauna, they're saying you both have to be in hero mode. The difference is that it says Groot and Rocket, and Groot and Rocket are both called Groot and Rocket in both forms. Unlike Ant-Man and Wasp, who are not Ant-Man and Wasp when they're in alter ego mode.
Yeah, I don't know how you. Yeah, you can't even. Yeah, no, there's no way. There's no identifier to say it would have to be one mode or the other, like you said.
Oh, it's a hero action though. Did you do it when you were in?
I haven't done it at all. You did.
Oh yeah, I played it on me. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. They're saying you only need to be in hero mode when you're using it.
So really, what we have to ask ourselves is Mansion worth it? No. Yes, ultimately, but not right now. I'm going a different way. I'm going to pay 3 for Hawkeye. You like that security blanket, don't you, Shirley?
I always love Hawkeye.
And then in a strange turn of events, I'm going to pay 1 for Ant-Man.
Okay. I like bodies on the table.
Yeah, we got bodies on the table. We've got, if we hit a team training, we can use him next turn. But, you know, rule number 1, Ant-Man can go to the grave as needed. I think that's it.
Was Hawkeye gonna thwart or something?
Oh, yeah, we gotta do that stuff. Yeah, we'll do 1 there. Assuming it's even worth trying to resuscitate. You're in alter ego?
Yeah, but it's got to get to 10.
Or 16? So
Yeah,
it's got
10, but 11 more.
Yeah, should be okay then.
You have the extra health on him anyway.
Ready and ready?
Yep.
Ready and ready. Five cards.
That's a good hand.
Okay. I can get into this. Okay, ready each tech. All right, that's fair. I can do that.
I'm gonna add 5 here.
Thank you.
So much.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Then a token goes on here. Then he's gonna thwart against me. So this will trigger. We each take 2 indirect damage. I'm gonna put 1 here.
1 going on to Hawkeye.
1 on Groot.
1 on me.
I'll leave these right here. Then he's still scheming, so 2 plus special. Resolve the Badoon ship's charge-up ability. And then 2 go on. And then he's attacking you. I have a perfect blocker for this.
Yeah, go for it if you've got it.
So I'll block here. He's at 3.
4 from the spear.
6.
Yeah.
Good value.
Thank you, Wiccan.
Mm-hmm. Then we go to the bad cards. You don't have to use the growth counters when you're in alter ego. Last.
Really?
Yeah, it's a force interrupt on his hero side. Is use the growth counters.
Oh, can you even use them on alter ego?
It doesn't. You can't. No.
There's not even an ability for it. That's fascinating. Huh.
So my card first.
Yeah.
Caught off guard. Discard an upgrade or support you control. If no card, I guess depth focus. I guess.
Milano.
Can't be.
And a Badoon Warlord. That's good. I'm glad I'm getting these
Minions
things.
are good.
Yeah. And we'll Hawkeye that for 2.
That's perfect.
As is customary.
This passes to you. And it's us again.
Okay. It's us again.
I'm going to have a monster turn.
I think I'm going to roll down to alter ego here. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to exhaust this particle cannon, use a charge, do 4 here, draw a card, and 2 to the main. Yeah.
You love to see it. Oh, yeah. And this is for you.
This is for you. Okay. These are all good things. Okay. Well, I'm gonna roll down to Funky Town here. So let's go and thwart while we're here to wherever.
Well, I have a 9 coming in. And you have a 3 here off the main if you want it.
We definitely are doing that, I
Yeah,
think.
I think
I'm not hurting for money, and I
Yeah.
feel like that's the always choice.
So I can just clear this straight up. So if you want to start working on that, that'd be great.
So 2 here is good?
Yeah.
And then if we need to, we could do 1 more from Hawkeye or something. You say you have 9 coming in, though. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Well, I can either clear this or clear that.
So I need to get cards out of my hand in case you want to discard.
Yeah.
This.
I think this makes the most sense right now.
Okay.
Because like it's only 7 away from going. And if you're going down, he's gonna add. It's 5 plus 6, 7. Yeah, it's gotta be that.
5. Okay. I'm gonna roll down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm discarding this particle cannon to draw 2.
Perfect. He's so feisty, man.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Okay. Now we have options.
Oh, that's a cool idea. They're saying put the first player token on the Milano.
No,
So you
that's
remember
nice.
to pass it.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Because I've been forgetting to do that.
Okay, well, this is just made for TV here.
Excellent.
I
assume you'll have a blocker for me if I flex up.
It's possible.
Like that Ant-Man who's made for blocking.
Yeah. Okay. So if we did this, does money matter to you? Tell me if it has an impact.
I mean, I have a turn planned out.
A genius turn?
I have draw happening on my turn, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But if you have a use for it, by all means, please go ahead.
All right, let's use it on an Iron Man.
There he is. I am Iron Man.
I'm going to pitch a reload. Currently not necessary. I don't want to pitch this battery pack, but then again, Giant Man.
Igor, definitely not forgetting this spear, at least for me. It's a hero action though, so Steven's not gonna be able to do it.
I may actually reverse that to see. No, I won't be able to. Make sure. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and then we'll do 1 there. Okay. 3, 4. You hate to see it, but you love to see it. Power gloves and suit on Iron Man for free.
Did you draw into Iron Man?
Uh-huh. And then we'll pitch for a battery pack. Easy 2 cards there as needed.
Yeah, it's 2, right?
Yeah.
So what's Iron Man got going? What's the effects?
So plus 2 hit points, and then he attacks with torch, he deals the damage to an enemy.
Awesome. Wow.
So that does seem pretty good. Now, it's worth considering if you put the reinforced suit on Ant-Man, instead of playing the battery pack, you give him 2 extra hit points. That's worth 4 thwart to us right now.
I will say, me having someone to block for me is very useful.
So we'll just put him into the Dunkaroo no matter what.
It's going to save me like 4 or 5 growth counters, which are worth a lot.
Okay.
As you'll see very shortly.
Then we'll stick there. And is this once per round? Yeah. Okay.
But you're going to do it next round going up.
So Iron Man is going to do thwarting for 2 here.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's do that. And then we'll do 1 to the enemy there.
Yeah. Which is so sweet because that's going to help. If we get more minions this round, he can start pinging them as well to load them up.
Get
Between this and that, it's like, oof.
The ping train.
All right, mine.
All you.
I'm going to play a Fertile Ground, Alter Ego action, exhaust it, get a growth counter, draw a card. Use my ability to put 2 growth counters. So I'm at 7. Well, that's interesting now. You have no cards in hand, right?
None. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and play a Fruition to get 2 growth counters.
He's building a tree.
No, I'm not. Literally, that's actually hilarious.
Building a tree, growing a tree, I guess.
Growing a tree. I am Groot.
There's a 3 if you want a 3.
Yeah, 3 3s. Pretty as it gets. Flipping up.
Now you're like tough, right? You're like tough tree.
Very tough tree. He's a tough tree. Then I'm going to play I Am Groot, the, in quotes, regular version. Pay 3. Remove threat from a scheme equal to the number of growth counters on Groot. 9.
That's how you want it. Yeah, that's how you want that to go.
What is this exactly?
3 for 9 is a pretty good
I'm
idea.
going to beat cop 1 here. I'm going to go ahead and just thwart for 1 here. Because that's, punching's fine, but...
Punching's fine, but thwarting is where things happen.
Yeah,
you know?
that's what I want. Okay, and that's the end of the round. So
And you've
we're
got a
ready?
good little minion nuke there too, which is nice.
If it needs to happen, sure does. Interesting.
And then I can definitely see how these hands are going to get
Wild.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Eventually, Rocket just goes to the moon. I didn't mean to do it, but there we are. How about
funny.
it? All right, 5 threat on. Now this is feeling a lot better than last time.
Yeah, so we didn't get dogpiled. Like,
Not like the last time in the expert, we got a minion to start the game as well. And we both hit the thing that gives you an extra card, so it's like playing heroic that first turn.
I didn't like it.
Okay, so we put that on. Then a token goes here. Then he's going to scheme against you, so another token's going to go here. And it's 2 plus 1, so 3 goes on.
1, 2, 3.
Then he's going to attack me, and your assistance would be most...
Ant-Man in the pile.
Yeah, all right. So 3, 4, 5. Give the villain a tough status. The villain already has 1 plus 2 for this activation, so he just gets tough. Then we go to the bag cards. This is for you. Open for a minion. Am I right?
Advance. Villain schemes. Not a terrible time for that.
That's a fine time for that.
2 plus.
We're each going to take 2 indirect damage, which I have to lose 2 of these counters.
I think I might put that on Iron Man.
Okay.
Because then I can go up to hero, do my stuff, next turn down to alter ego. It's his final swing, so I can remove the
I think
attack
that's
and
great.
then swing on.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. Just basically covers up a reinforced suit, which is pretty nice.
Yeah. So it's 2 plus special. Put a Badoon Grunt and put it into play engage with you. After it engages you, if there are no other minions engaged with you,
Isn't this me?
Yeah, that's right. If there are no other minions, you get another card.
And then we got to add what, 2 here?
Yeah.
And then the Badoon Grunt can die immediately from Hawkeye, or I can leave it in and tee it up, basically. I probably don't use Hawkeye on this. That's weird. I don't like that at all.
I mean, you can... Do you have a way to do 1 damage to it? To queue it up?
After it thwarts.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, I think that's right.
I think that's right.
Exhaustion. Surge. Exhaust me.
Well, I got spicy.
Yeah. Forever Spice. Blindside. Peril. What player am I? Am I the first player?
You're the first player. Manny saying, Zach, I've been catching up on the Fab videos. In one episode, you said Star Wars Episode 9 ruined you. What did you mean exactly? I am not a fan of that movie. It is, in my opinion, not a good end to that trilogy, and specifically not a good end to the 9 movies. It felt very much like a checklist of things they were trying to make people happy with, and ended up being nothing. I don't know. I didn't like it at all. So much so that I took like about a year off of Star Wars across the board until like Mandalorian Season 2 came out. So that's what I meant.
I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna take this to me. This is just 2 thwart for the next 4 turns. That's pretty good.
2 thwart and a damage.
Yeah, let's not mess with that.
Yeah.
Okay, Badoon Grunt did the thing, and then I was resolving something. And I can't
exhausted
remember.
and you got that
Exhausted, and then it's peril. Right, I can't do that.
And then I was doing something.
I'm going to an upgrade that attacks would be a stunnable attack, right? Is an upgrade? An upgrade is me ultimately.
If the upgrade says attack.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to stun me on the resolution of this card. I know my variables. I don't know your variables.
Mm-hmm. That was very noble of you.
Well, nothing if not noble. And then over to you. You got your bad card.
Yep. My ooh, Shadows of the Past.
Oh, come on.
Let's get dunked on. I spoke too soon.
Didn't you have a cancel or something? Spycraft?
Do you have your obligation over there? I need to shuffle those in.
Oh, yeah.
I just realized that was on top of my stack. It should just be the top. All right, so Blazing Inferno. Fernax rampages across Groot's homeworld, Planet X, bringing death and destruction to everything it touches. Force response after the villain phase begins, deal 2 indirect damage to each player.
Can't take that.
Comes in with 6. I also get Fernax. Force response after Fernax activates, deal 2 indirect damage to you. It's a 2/2/6. And then Fan the Flames goes in the deck. When revealed, take 2 indirect damage. If Blazing Inferno is in play, the side scheme, take 1 additional indirect damage. If Fernax is in play, take 1 additional damage. So it's 2 indirect damage, 3 if he's out, 4 if that's out.
Can I just nuke the world card? Let's go ahead and put 2 on him. Does he come out the way that I can do this, or do the rules say no?
You can do 2.
Is he revealed or whatever? It did interplay, right? We can't deny that. It definitely entered play.
All right. And that's it.
Okay.
Back to us. So the first player passes.
Fine.
Take this thing. And we're fine.
I'm your shooter.
We are fine. Everything's fine.
You'll probably have a card coming your way once my turn begins.
Good to know.
So if there's any events or things that matter.
That I can do later?
Yeah. You will have a money. Or a card, I should say. You gonna kill that Fernax?
I don't know. Are you gonna... You have a lot of stuff to bury yourself.
I've got to get a little unburied. I got surged and stunned. The old surge and stun.
Yeah.
I mean, absolute classic.
I can defeat him.
Can't defeat me, release me, beat me. Yeah, we've got all these schemes too.
It's not that crazy.
And Milana's going to remove 3 from the main, right?
Potentially.
You're going to be greedy?
Well, it might... It may be the difference between playing another beat cop or not. So like beat cop automatically removes 1, and then it's 1 every round forever.
Yeah. Forever is a long time.
It is a very long time. Yeah, it sure is. I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to use this to generate a resource and play a beat cop. Then they're going to remove 2 here.
The old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
You gonna blow out that beat cop, kill Fernax, call it a day?
I don't think so.
Every time I don't use my beat cops, it always comes back to bite me.
Well, I have, assuming you're going to give me a card, I have a way to deal with Fernax.
I can give you a card. I mean, it's coming.
So I'm going to pass and see what happens. Technically, if you end up with a card and a resource you don't need, it's like phenomenal. But
okay.
It's a, or if I draw a 2, it's even better.
I may end up there.
Yeah.
All right, let's play a genius for Maria Hillo. She's bringing in the Dillo, of course. Draw. How many restricted cards can I have?
2. It's basically restricted in your hands.
Right. Okay. I get it. Let's do... It's an interesting lead from the front turn. But Rocket's not saying I'm not going to do it. I'm ditching a lead from the front for a Rocket's pistol.
Okay.
Oof.
Sit here if you want.
Yeah, definitely. 3 charge counters there. We're going to exhaust battery pack to move a charge to the pistol. And then we're going to get rid of the battery pack to draw 2.
I love it.
Courtesy of Rocket's thing.
What's the rocket efficiency we're after?
That's right. After I make a basic thwart ready, +1. Oh! I can remove some goods here. Okay. Let's roll up, since we've already used our alter ego ability. We're going to exhaust this to remove this stun as an attack, as you do.
Like you do.
Then we're going to do this. I wish I could stand up, you know?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be something?
It would be nice.
Iron Man is going to thwart and do 2 thwarting to, I don't know. I mean, are any of these in reach?
I'm not doing any more this round. So you can technically remove 4 here.
Yeah. But that's nothing.
Yeah.
It does nothing
So
for
if
us.
you're not going to remove these, I'd say go there.
Let's just go to the main. This is going to get real bad real quick. That's going to put 1 damage there, which is very relevant for us. Because then we're going to play another Rocket's Pistol. There. And we're going to put our charges on that.
You still remove the counter. What counter?
Which counter? What counter is happening?
I don't know. You're good. Go ahead.
Trying to think of what a
Keep
counter.
my eyes peeled.
Move a chart from this card to another attack, upgrade you controlling. All right, move the counter. Yep. Then we are going to use the pistol. Remove a counter, do 2 here, draw a card.
He just burns through those cards.
Okay.
Oh, he removed the counter because he loaded a counter from.
I loaded it with the battery pack. Yeah. Oh, wow. Fascinating stuff here. Okay. Well, we'll keep cycling.
Yeah. And technically, you have this guy if you.
I mean, I'm going. I'm currently on my way. Play a reload to ready both of these.
Oh yeah.
Pow, pow, power wheels. So I got 4 over there. I'm reluctant. So I've got the resource floating. Mm-hmm. How big of a deal is that for you? It doesn't really impact me very much.
Well,
let me know first before I pay for reload.
Yeah, the thing that it does is, here's what I have. I have an in all caps, I am Groot. Deal damage to enemy equal to the number of growth counters I have.
Sure.
So I can pay for it and do 7 here. He has tough, so that's not that attractive. I also have a fruition, which is just place 2 growth counters. So if I have the resource, I can hit for 9 and get 2 extra growth counters.
Okay.
But I hit for 9 into tough, which doesn't matter.
We can take care of that.
If tough is gone and I have a resource, I'm going to be at 9 growth counters and I get a hit for 9.
And then this guy's still alive.
If I don't do the 9 into him. But it seems crazy to do 9 into this guy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
But it is stacking up. After it activates, I take 2.
Yeah. We need to kill that guy.
Yeah. So the other thing I can do is save both fruition and I am Groot for next round.
Saving is not what you want.
It's just so much damage. So if I'm going to waste it, I may as well just hold it and unload on him next round.
Okay.
Upside is we're both in hero mode, so the scheme's not going to go very far.
All right, I'm going to play the reload as intended. I'm also going to put power gloves on Maria.
What's that give her?
After she attacks or thwarts, deal a damage to an enemy.
Wow.
So I am going to be able to knock the tough off.
Oh, great.
What you end up doing with that is your business. 2 thwarts. And you've used Milano already?
Yep.
So I'll do 2 there, and then we'll do 1 to knock the tough off.
You got it?
Hawkeye's not going to do anything.
Yep.
I've got a free resource that you still will use, right?
Yep.
And then I've got 2 attacks, each doing 2, so I can just do a double pistol to do
I think that's
4
perfect.
to Fernax, and then you can do 9 into
Literally perfect, yeah.
Okay.
Fernax
I'm in the business of perfection, and then we'll
play
helicarrier over to you.
a fruition to get 2 growth counters.
Oh, this is Avenger only. Avenger ally only. That's a good point.
Put it on, is it 1 per ally?
No, it's just Avengers only, and she's shield or whatever.
But like, can Iron Man have 2 of them?
No, 1 per ally. So I'll hold this and use those power gloves to pay instead, this battery pack. And then rather than 2 thwart, I'll just do 1 directly to the enemy to knock that tough off. Great.
then I'll use your 1 to play I am Groot in all caps, and we'll deal 9 here. So that's a good exchange.
Nice, yeah.
Great.
All right, I think we did everything. And then I held the battery pack, so that's fine. We'll start using it later.
End of round. Excellent. All right, well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And okay, good. These are good cards.
Yep,
He's very good.
They keep coming. 5 threat on. And then 1 counter here.
Yeah.
And then he's going to attack you.
Okay.
You get bodies.
Maria.
So 4 plus 2. Then he's attacking me. I'm kind of fine to block this.
If you're fine to block this, that's fine. Otherwise, we Hawkeye.
I think
He's a loaded up Hawkeye, you know what I mean?
I like loaded up Hawkeye.
He's kind of ready to go.
So I'm going to block for 3, and he's hitting for 4. 5, and then he gets tough again. So 5, I block for 3, I take 2, I lose 2 counters.
Cool.
Fine. Then we do bad cards.
You are Groot, you know.
I'm first. I am indeed.
You are Groot.
Whole breach, peril, choose 1. Let's see. Really? I'm going to exhaust the Milano.
Last, I added 2 threat back to the scheme. It went to 4. The side scheme, we need to do the side scheme. 2 sidey damage there. Indirect damage once it begins, the phase begins.
I will take 2 here.
Yeah, looks like it's right to rocket here. Hopefully we don't have like indirect damage that'll do 12 this turn, but you know, maybe you will. I don't know.
You got a lot of health over on that.
You got health.
There's your back card.
Blockade. Hinder 2, 4.
So it comes in with 6.
Exhaust Milano, remove 3.
I already exhausted it from my back cards. So.
Uh-oh.
Let's pass over to you. And we're back.
Okay. So, Iron Man and Maria to get it to 4. So maybe we had too much threat on, or not enough.
I think they're saying we removed too many here.
Okay. Put
Like
2
that
on.
you'd use Maria and then use her again, I guess.
Consider it done. Roll the tape. All right, I'm the first player. All right, I look like I'm flush with cash here. So
I have a 7 threat removal happening this round.
what are the denominations on that removal?
1's a clean 5.
Clean 5 is nice.
So that can be nuked. But then this has this threat icon. So that's fun. And I can technically move.
This is still an issue.
Yeah.
So I'm going to remove 6. I'm going to remove it from here.
Okay.
We got to get this out of here. This is too much. And
So
then you can do this 5. And then I've got another 2 coming here.
I have 2
And
coming
beat cops. You got 2 there. So we need like 2 more.
To clear that.
A final bout of 2. And there's nothing for me to deal excess damage to unless we just want to YOLO the villain. Which, you know, sometimes you do. And then a piece of me wants to go to Alter Ego after using this pistol. Lots of good options here, you know?
Yeah.
Lots of options. So let's start with a team training with power leadership.
I do like that.
So everybody's a +1. Let's have Iron Man thwart for 2 here and do 1 to the tough man.
Yep. You love to see it.
Yeah. He's always pretty good, isn't he?
Iron Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, once you get that 1 free damage every time he does something, it's like crazy town.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not wholesale against you going down, it's likely that we threat out if that's the case to the next stage.
It is likely. How scary is that for you?
I mean,
Not too scary, right?
not too scary.
Not too scary, right? Not too scary, right?
Now, do B cups, do they get around this?
No, sure.
It says move a threat from a scheme here.
Probably.
They're not removing
Yeah,
it?
probably. But why even bother? You
Oh,
know
wait,
why?
is first player token passed? No, it was me. I had the Milano.
Why even bother? You know.
Yeah.
Okay. How about some of this then? Let's just. I'm just going to engage in cleanup. I'll make the alter ego decision shortly.
All right.
Hawkeye now has an extra health, so we can thwart one more time.
It'd be cool if every time you flip the token, it just went
Yeah.
up by 1.
Raccoon's going to go 2 there, and then have a plan.
I've got a plan.
Prepare for that just with the wild
What
here.
to do?
After you make a basic thwart, ready rocket, and he gets +1 until the end of the phase. So we're ready, and then we'll thwart again. So that'll be a 5 total there.
So it's gone.
It's gone. That's right.
All right. Apparently, B cup does not get around it.
Okay. Our greatest plans. Okay, then we've got situations. Where does this land for you? Does it open anything up for you?
Nope.
Nothing.
1. I mean,
All right. I'll put a battery
Well-
pack out with it. That's what we need to
yeah,
do.
one doesn't do anything.
Do this here. We'll throw a battery pack out here. Go ahead and use said battery pack to load up a pistol. And then I guess while we're here, just do 4 to drain.
Dang.
Stand up,
Down
drain.
to 8.
East side, drain.
Okay.
Drain. And then I could roll down and discard and get 2 cards, but I feel like Hawkeye is about to eat it, and
Yep.
then we're going to start working off Iron Man. We'll basically do stuff in Hero, go down Alter Ego, get 2 cards. Next turn, get 2
Yeah.
cards, go up, Iron Man gone.
And I think it's possible that I get it under control after this.
Now we're probably advancing anyway, right?
So he's going to have 5 straight up. There's nothing we can do about that.
So does that not put it to 16?
Yeah, it does.
Right. So you're going to have to remove this and then remove at least one of those.
I can't.
Okay.
It's not a... Well, now, I could... I could play a counterintelligence and prevent 3 from getting placed,
There you go. That's interesting.
which would buy us a turn at this stage. That's probably the right thing to do.
Did you need the helicarrier to make that happen? Because I don't need that battery pack. If we're just talking about things we don't need.
It doesn't really matter or help.
Okay. I'll stay on my helicarrier then. This Milano's done jack for us. Keeps getting knelt or exhausted or what have yous. You know what they say. That's right, Nathan. Do
I think-
counterintelligence. Give us a shot. You
I
know,
think it's the
at least
right
got to
call.
pull in advance or something.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to play a counterintelligence. And then I'm going to hold this.
Oh my gosh, it hurts.
Yeah. I drew all like 4, this and all big fat
I
cards.
didn't need this helicarrier. Huh?
It wouldn't, because everything's so fat,
Too fat.
I couldn't get anything else no matter what.
Too
the
fat,
math
too
works out.
furious.
That's right. End of round.
Okay. Well, I didn't know Rocket was carrying all the water. Okay, moving on.
Now this is going to be a spicy turn. All right. So
1, 2, 3, 4. Give me an extra encounter card if you would, please.
bingo bongo. So first thing that happens is we put threat on, which is going to be 5, but I'm going to counter intelligence so that it prevents 3 and we only place 2. And then 1 goes here. And then he's interacting with you first. So after we draw, he's going to be attacking you.
The gimmies. Okay. You've done all the stuff? And now do we do the attackies?
He's attacking. He's attacking you.
It's time for Hawkeye to go, right?
Yeah, I think
That's the only way this works. All right,
got it.
Hawkeye in the pocket.
4 + 0. Bye, Hawkeye.
Thank you, though. 2 good arrows.
Then I think I'm just going to block his attack on me.
Okay. You're the protect. You know you're green, so you got to do nothing.
I'm not. I'm yellow.
Oh, right. But you're green looking. Flora and fauna.
4 plus Badoon Grunt and an extra.
Oh, there was Hawkeye right there. That's
so I
what we
take
did.
1. And then we go to the encounter cards. Starting with you.
That wasn't terrible, was it?
It's not great.
First card is Advance. We knew we had to hit it. And there it goes.
So we put a counter here.
At least we didn't get the advance afterwards, right? So this is going to way over correct.
Now, if it's a 0, it's really good for us.
Oh, right.
But it's not.
Yeah.
So it would have been even
Master
worse.
plan right there would have been devastating too, though. So
2A, when revealed, resolve the Badoon ship's charge up ability, each taking 2 indirect damage. How about that?
we're doing that now.
Yep.
I think I'm just taking it to me, I guess.
Protect the planet. Force after villain resolving step 1, you do the charge up. You can exhaust the Milano to remove 3. It comes in with 8. Needs to get to 16, and it adds 2 per player per turn.
Okay. Same idea here.
Keep resolving your cards.
All right, keep going here. Badoon Engineer engages me. Resolve the charge up ability there.
Did it. Okay. Badoon Assassin, after it attacks, after engaging the hero, it attacks me with +2 attack. So I'm taking 3.
Hey man, Hawkeye would have been cool there, huh?
Very cool.
Yeah, both of those things would have been great.
Let's take 2 and 1. I'm ungrown.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Tiny
final,
tree.
under fire, surge. Let's get 2 free cards.
Oh, here we go. I like it.
Assault.
Let's go dunk
You got a
on,
blocker
man.
for me?
Well, it'll ruin our entire game plan. I literally don't
let me
think we
just
can
take it.
win.
4 plus a card.
Yeah.
4, 5.
You've got downtime in there, right?
No.
Trees love downtime.
Uh-huh.
It just becomes a 2, doesn't it? Okay, maybe not. You
I'm
just
an
took 6, yeah.
8, yeah, got it. I was adding 8 and not going to 8. Then spatial positioning, 6. You can exhaust its amplify, so all boosts are +1.
All right, that's fine. We won't. It doesn't matter. We won't take the damage. We'll just throw their allies in front of it, you know.
All right. Then it's us. Rocket do rocket things.
Am I standing up?
Yeah, you should
Yeah,
be
I
standing.
should be standing. I didn't get.
Milano passes. We haven't used the Milano, right?
We have not used the Milano this turn.
All right, let's do some stuff. I'm gonna beat cops to remove this. I think.
Are you the first player here?
Yeah, the Milano passed to me.
All right, so let me make sure that I have a lot of ideas here. 2, 3. I'm looking at in a world. You know, that's it. It's all very interesting.
I'll tell you this. I think I can clear both of these.
Picture this. That is an area I'm not looking to compete with you on, so that would be great.
Okay. And if you have any amount of thwarting for this thing, that's great.
Yeah, I might see what I can get into. Or we could just send it.
Now,
send it.
here's a question. Oh, no. I can't do that at all now. I lost all my growth counters.
Oh, right.
So, when we clear that, it makes us discard a card, so I probably won't be...
I can do that now.
Hopping.
What are cards, anyway?
Let's think about this for a second.
What is a card? What makes a man?
Well, yikes. Do you happen to have a floating resource?
Do I have one? Could I have one? I could have one. Yeah.
That would be...
Yeah, if you want to
Very
float on,
helpful,
I'll
yeah.
float on. If you float
Okay.
it, you're not going to kill any minions, are you?
No. Playing Miles Morales Spider-Man. I'll give him +2 thwart for the round that
Cool.
he comes into play.
Cool.
Also going to play a Mockingbird.
Can't be stunned though. The spear there.
Oh, no. I guess instead I can get rid of the spear.
Yeah, if you can do that straight away.
Let's
You
get
still
rid
need
of
the
spear.
helicarrier for that?
No.
I'll take it back.
Back to you. I'm going to use Milano to remove 3 here. Or I could remove 3 from the main scheme.
I think you can only move it from this scheme.
Yeah, it's got the ability to.
Oh, it does have it. Okay, cool.
Because I have 3 and 3. So I could technically clear this or that. I could take 6 off that, or I could take 3 off of this and 3 off of this.
Taking 3 off and doing nothing is not... I would definitely clear this out if you can.
All right, we'll go 3 and 3. Just get rid of that.
With that Spider-Man, we should definitely... I've got... maybe should think about those get-readies.
Do you have them in hand?
No, I don't have them in hand, but I think I do have them in deck somewhere.
And I can't go down. Not yet.
Well, let's hope we don't get a bunch of attacks. I think that's kind of where we are.
I have a blocker. It's at least that.
Now, I technically don't have to either, to be honest with you.
Have to what?
Go down to the...
Yeah.
To the party. Okay, so salvage is going to do nothing for me here. That's hot. Just shuffled. Okay. All right, let's get down to business. Schadenfreude with salvage. Heal 2 every time I deal any amount of damage.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? So, Raccoon is going to do... I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? How it happens. All pockets of 2 because of the cybernetic skeleton. So let's at least use one of these pistols. Do 2 to this assassin.
You got it.
Draw a card. Heal 2 damage.
That's awesome.
Then we're going to battery pack 1 over to this pistol. It just got used. Then we're going to think about the best way to do this. And then we can do that. Piercing doesn't much matter, does it? Yeah, this is all good. I think thwarting is the name of the game now, so Iron Man is going to thwart for 2.
Yep.
And off the main, do 1 there.
Got it.
Grunt. I'm going to pistol the grunt and heal 2 and draw.
That's very good.
Yeah, I'm in the business of good here.
Sweet rabbit.
Okay.
I'm on, his discard pile was basically empty, so I assume there wasn't a tech upgrade to use.
Just Hawkeye. I'd love to, but just Hawkeye. Okay, well, we've got more goods on the way. Let's do...
You love to see it.
Helicarrier, Power of Leadership for Black Knight coming into the party here. Black Knight is going to swing for 2 here.
You love to see it.
And now we have real questions. I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not going to Alter Ego.
Yeah, that's good.
I think that's the name of this game, isn't it?
Yeah. If next round the combo of us can control the threat enough, we had to distract with the crisis token that I can flip down.
Yeah.
Because going down once gives me 6 growth counters. Like going down and back up.
Yeah.
And if you're healthy with allies, like that's the time we need to buy.
Okay. Let's have Rocket do 2 to the engineer, draw a card, and heal 2.
Like we cleared a crazy amount of board there.
Ooh, see, that's exactly why I almost did it the other way. Oh, that's so much better. It's worth almost redoing. So here's the question that you have in front of you. This is your hand. This is the card you're saying, if I draw this, I should do it with reload instead. You could pay 1 to play reload, or really you do it with rapid response if you're thinking that way. This pistol stands up, you use that. Rocket's still standing. You draw into I've got a plan. Then you thwart for 2, I've got a plan, thwart for 3, and you've removed 5, which is good. But that's not what we did. So it'll be fine. Because
there's no way to know. That's what
there's no way to know. Instead, we're going to stick to our original plan, which is to play a rapid response with 2 cards.
That's so good.
Hold, I've got a plan. That'll help me.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Get some goods in next turn.
Super good.
Yeah, man. As it turns out, leadership's still pretty okay.
They've still got the goods.
And I need to get down to Alter Ego so I can discard these upgrades.
I need to get down to Alter Ego so I don't die.
Just a rich tapestry of ways to draw cards here.
Yeah. You seem to be drawing a plenty anyway.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a lot here. Okay. I do have a make the call in hand too, so if you have any allies, that matters.
I will.
I don't, is there questions about, oh, yeah, no, Power Gloves don't trigger Schadenfreude, I don't think.
It's fine. You get down to 1 health. You'll be okay.
Yeah, it's fine. But it's also like, you control the upgrade, but Iron Man's using it.
Yeah. Yeah, who knows? 5 threat on, 1 counter.
What am I supposed to do?
I'm the first player, so he's going to attack me. Do you have a particular thing you're trying to do?
Black Knight's just going to stand in the way of whatever, and then
Okay.
going to come back and stand in the way of the next one.
Okay, great.
That's the way that looks to me.
Yeah. So 4 + 1, 5 damage.
And then I'll wrap a response and back in.
And then you're getting attacked. I assume you're blocking again.
Yes.
So, oh, did we get rid of the... I got rid of the gun, or the spear.
Yeah, it's all gone.
So it's 3
Yeah, we're digging
+
it.
1.
All right. Black Knight dead yet again.
Yet again. I'm once again coming to you. All right. Bad stuff.
Hero only. I'm in hero mode. I don't. What do you got?
I got a
What's your
Badoon
bad stuff?
Assassin. After it comes into play, it attacks me for 3, which I can't take. So
Do you need me to block that?
I think-
it's the only way, isn't
I
it?
think I'm going to block.
Oh, right on. Right. Groot can Groot.
Crisis of Half-World, your obligation.
Oh,
Merry
what
Christmas.
does that do? Flip to Alter Ego, remove it from the game, discard the highest cost upgrade you control.
This is perfect.
Uh-huh. Kind of.
1, you get a flip, and so you get to trigger your draw without having to actually go down for a turn.
Yes, but boy, it messes with an interesting plan. So I say that because I've got plans in here. So basically next turn we thwart for 2, 3, 4. So we're thwarting for 8.
Couldn't you just lose the highest cost upgrade?
Yes, I could go down to Alter Ego, but I really would just remove it from the game. But if I do that, then I can't do the I've got a plan play. So I could roll the Alter Ego and then discard the highest cost upgrade, which is Helicarrier.
That's a support. It's got to be your skeleton.
The skeleton. Interesting.
But then you'll get
Yeah, that's good.
you'll get 2
that's
cards.
much
Yeah, that's great. And then you can still do the I've got a plan.
Yeah,
Plan.
and that's it.
Yep.
All right.
And then you have your bad card.
I've got a plan. Bombardment. After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, resolve the Badoon ship's charge up ability.
Okay.
And it's 6, and it's the same old thing.
Fine. That's fine. Everything's fine. End of the round. This is actually totally fine. This is for you. I have a 1 health minion over here waiting. It's got your name on it.
Yeah, I know. It's about to get pistoled.
I've also got a really good blocker. I'm going to be going down to Alter Ego at the end of this.
Right on.
I also
Okay.
have Nick Fury. So if you have
Nicholas.
that, I would prefer you not to play him.
Nicholas.
So I'll have a lot of good. Actually, Nick will be the blocker. And I'll have an Ironheart out. It's going to be crazy.
Let me see this. This says this guy that if no upgrade was discarded, this card gains Surge. So it does not have Surge.
Because we discard an upgrade.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got to do some things. So the first thing I'll do, discard this tech upgrade to draw.
Mom, we're not drawing off the discard from the obligation. It just lets him go down to Alter Ego, which lets him draw 2, which is what he's doing right now.
Okay, cool. That's acceptable. Okay. All right. Time for Iron Man to kind of hit the
road.
road, isn't it? Anything interesting for make the call on your side?
I just shuffled my entire.
Right on.
Now, what I do have worth knowing is I'm going to play Nick Fury this turn. And then he will be in my discard pile next turn. If you end up sitting on and make the call.
So that's interesting. What's Steve saying? We're on the wrong side of the campaign. Is there another side? This one? Looks like the right side, isn't it? I guess right. Okay. Next up is the goods here. So we've used the alter ego ability. No other reason to be down here. So we'll roll up. Use the pistol.
Are you guys talking about the Badoon Blitz? Because it says expert challenge. Is that supposed to be expert campaign challenge?
It says expert mode right here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Expert mode only.
It says expert mode, expert challenge, not expert campaign. Kill this Badoon assassin, draw a card.
Got it.
Defeat this Badoon assassin, excuse me. Ooh, somebody just got a Maria Hillo.
So the thing is, standard, expert, and heroic are listed as mode, not the campaign. It never says campaign mode.
So as we talked about earlier, there's a standard campaign and an expert campaign, and then there's a standard mode, expert mode, heroic mode. But expert mode and expert campaign are different things.
Yeah. As far as I know.
Isn't that what you got a hot tip from Boggs on that?
Yeah, but see, Kimmel, the thing is on Badoon Blitz, it says expert mode only, not expert campaign only.
And it also says expert challenge.
Which could refer to either.
We don't know what a challenge is,
We don't know
actually.
what a challenge is.
We honestly don't know what a challenge is. So I'm going to play Maria Hill. You get a card.
Hey.
She still has the Dillo, also, if you were curious.
You know what? I've been dying to
I thought
know.
you may be a little curious about that. And then I need to make sure I have what I need. Okay, so then if we do this.
Apparently in the rules reference guide, it clarifies that
Great.
they posted but then removed.
Well, it's because I wanted to read it in French and it wasn't ready yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I could maybe get a rocket trigger on Drang here, which is fascinating.
Like overkill him?
Yeah.
By all means, man.
I'm going to use this helicarrier resource too.
Yeah, I don't need it.
It's all for the raccoon man this time. We're going to play Ronan.
I feel like you've been playing allies. that are
Power
pretty
leadership and
strict,
make the
but-
call is going to do that. Then we're going to use the helicarrier to put a reinforced suit on Ronan. +2 hit points and +1 to both stats. So he's now a 5 health, 3 attack, 2 thwart ally, taking the
Wow.
place of Iron Man.
I like it. He got rid of a charged battery something.
Battery pack, yeah. The battery pack. Actually, it's +1 health. Team training. That's a 6 out. These are allies. These allies came with a purpose. We're going to use this for. Oh no, we didn't do that. Maybe we can't put the suit on Ronan quite yet. I'm going to not put the suit on Ronan because that's my second. Unless I want to use that Milana, which I don't think so.
Yeah, 3 threat now seems really good.
Maybe Ronan's just a blocker. Instead, we'll have to play these I've Got a Plans. Let's do thwart for 2, and let's think about our thwarting strategy here.
The last thing, I think I'm going to clear this as the end of the round.
It's the last thing you'll do.
They don't plan on saving a card yet.
Are you not touching either of these?
I might touch those. One of my plays is Nick Fury and to draw more cards, so I don't know exactly how it's
Right
gonna
on. So you just
work
don't
out.
know.
And this is going to let me draw a card too, so I just don't know.
We just don't know, dude. So let's do this then. Iron Man is going to thwart for 2 here.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to do 1 damage per Power Gloves.
Yeah.
The only place it can be. Maria Hello is going to get the Dillo and then also do 2 thwart here. Ronan, you heard it here first. It's going to wait. We'll see where the money ends up. And then Rocket, so we did 2 there, I didn't do anything here. Rocket is going to do 2 from here.
Mm-hmm.
There's no weird things that keep that from happening, right?
Nope.
And then we're going to do I've Got a Plan
Twice.
here.
Once.
And then, should we do this as well? Or you want that helicarrier?
I don't. I'm going to
Can you use it though?
I don't know.
You can maybe use it. So I'm going to ditch this and do another I've Got a Plan.
So this is +2 thwart.
Can I respond twice?
It's in. Yeah, I think so.
Well, I should do this later so I get another stand.
yeah.
So it won't matter.
Yeah, you do one, then you do the other.
Stand up. Thwart for 3.
Mm-hmm. Then you'll get +1 and go again.
Hold on.
You definitely thwart for 3.
Put this 2 back. We're going to do the 2 here. Then we're going to do I've Got a Plan for 3 here. Then we do I've Got a Plan for 4 here. That all make sense?
You get 3 total. the words. You get a 2, a 3, and a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get to remove a total of 8.
That's
which
insane.
Is
that was
killer.
a great turn, Sweet Rabbit.
And you've got a helicarrier, and Ronan needs to do something. I can take one off of here or one off of here. Or I can swing.
I think you punch for 2. I have a bunch of threat removal coming. I am Justice.
Okay, let's do 2 to drain.
Yeah, I like queuing him up and not advancing him yet.
Oop. Okay, done.
All right. Mine?
So 2 from Iron Man, 2 from Maria Hill, 8 from Rocket Raccoon. That is 12 total. 6 off the main, 6
He's
off.
not even a thwarting character. And here we go. He's got a plan.
That's kind of what we meant.
At least he has 12% of a plan.
Now we got Milano here too. Don't sleep
So
on
you
this.
remove 3 here just immediately.
If you want to.
Yeah, sure. You can wait, right?
I can wait.
Just
It can
wait.
also do 3 damage to a minion, but we don't have it.
It also might be a resource for.
If you want a money,
It depends
yeah.
on what I draw.
Zaki Hillo needs a
Let's start here. I'm going to
cash
start
machine.
Nick Fury and draw 3.
And you've got a helicarrier and a Milano. We've got things. Everything's carrying aircraft. Ready for you. Two free things.
Let's do this. I'm going to pay 2 for an Ironheart. Actually, you have a resource for me?
I got 2. We got more than enough resources. You want one?
Let's do
You want
one.
a second one?
Let's do 1.
How many resources you need?
I don't know yet.
You want a third one?
1's fine for now.
I can only give you 2.
Let's go down. I'll use my ability to get 2 growth counters. I'll use Fertile Ground to get a growth counter and draw a card.
Got another resource coming for you, or 3 threat. Your choice.
2, 3, 4, 5. Let's remove 1 from the main scheme. I think that math's gonna work out just fine.
Don't you love it when you're like 80% on your turn? You're like, I'm just going to start going, and then eventually this will work, right?
Let's pay 1. Oh, that's the real problem.
You got a lot of cardboard over there you should probably use.
Cardboard?
Yeah, your hand.
Yeah.
Are you staring at all hero cards?
Mm-mm.
All right.
I'm just deciding which ones I want to play.
It was a real shame not to have these pistols in the discard pile when I reshuffled. That's something Rocket's going to have to care about a lot.
Lashing Vines coming into play. Vine Spikes coming into play.
Yes. Now we're Groot.
Yeah, we're grooting. So then I'll go 2.
Did you come in exhausted?
I did. I had to block.
Ugh.
Because I was.
You need to heal, man.
I'm going to next year when I'm ready. Then I will remove 3 here.
All right.
And we each have to discard a card.
I'll do it.
And then I think you should just go ahead and remove 3 there.
Milano on.
It's just the right.
Clean
math.
it right up.
Then we're at the end of the round, and I have blockers for days.
Okay. I feel like I'm playing old-fashioned Marvel Champions, you know? Nope, don't know why I was flipping that over. 5. I get 5 cards.
5 indeed, but then you'll draw a bazillion.
1 bajillion.
All right, so also this is a victory card. Let's make sure there's no more. We didn't have any victory or anything else, right?
No, surely not. I'm sure that the chat would tell us.
So there's only 4 threat going on instead of 5. We finally got rid of that. +1. It's been plaguing us all game. So 4 goes on.
4? Well, that's manageable.
Then you're the first player, so he's going to attack you. I think I block with Nick.
Block with Nicholas.
All right, so 3 plus 1.
He's got a bag of presents for every child.
All right, he's going to scheme against me. So it's 2. This is loaded once. It gets loaded again. We each take 2 indirect.
I'm going to put this on for the reshuffle. 2 indirect. Ooh.
I have to go 1, 2.
I'm going to put 1 on Ronan and 1 on Rocket. So that Schadenfreude turn can come back around.
What was this for? Oh, it's boost against me. So it's 2 + 1 + 2 extra. This is the Badoon Lieutenant. So it's +2 because he is scheming specifically.
So 5 total.
Yeah. And then we get one of these pretty encounter.
I got one already.
Oh, you're
Already did it.
ahead of the curve. Then we get our bad cards.
Bad cards. All right. That part of the game.
But all in all, it's feeling, you know.
We're here.
If I surprise die, that would be a problem.
It'd be a bummer, yeah, but here's a Badoon Sentry. Tell you one.
Advance. That could be even funnier. 2 + 2, so 4 goes on. And we put this here.
1, 2, 3, and 4. Got some work to do there, but otherwise we're okay. Okay, retaliate, huh? Well,
We have the Badoon Headhunter in the victory display. So this passes.
yeah.
And then it's to us, so let's start doing
Start
some
cranking,
stuff.
right?
Yeah.
Are you ready to move on?
I will put 2 counters on, and then I'll put a third one here and draw a card.
You got a heal?
I'm going to recover for 4.
The
But
kids call it heal these
Yeah.
days. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have the growth counters too, so even flipping up, it's going to be pretty reasonable. I'll go ahead and use these to remove 1, 2.
Yeah. Beat cops, value, I don't know. It's okay. Kind of like a Quinjet.
These have paid off now.
3 for 8 with an 8 damage attack and 3 for 5 with a 5 damage attack. It's great. I mean, you may as well just kill this sentry.
I might.
I guess I'm supposed to do that.
I can actually do it in a way that is really good.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Let's go ahead and slide up. I'll move 3 from the main scheme. When I slide up, actually, I'm going to pay 1 to lay down the lot or move 4.
4
extra.
here?
Yeah.
Nice. Very good.
Are you cool with me defeating him?
Yeah, man, defeat on. I don't know what happens afterwards, but I'm sure it's not bad, right?
It's not bad. I'll pay 2 for a root stomp. Deal 5 damage to it. If it's defeated, I get a growth counter.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the main.
Oh, no, I'm talking about him. Do you need him around?
I guess the same difference. I'm just looking for excess damage wherever I can find it. I haven't found it yet, but it would draw me a card to do excess. But it works on the main too, so 5 is 5.
I'll
right?
do 5. It gets me a growth counter.
And you don't have to worry about retaliate, which I would, which I like.
Also play a skilled investigator, so that if we clear a scheme or a side scheme, I draw a card.
Very nice. Look at you, you got built.
I also have this is what's the twinkle in my teeth. Lashing Vines is really good. After I use a basic power, I can use 2 growth counters to ready.
Yeah.
And I can use a growth counter when I attack to get +2.
So he can start swinging now.
He can really start swinging. Particularly if we get flora and fauna, or if I get for anything to reload my counters, it's insane.
Well, how do you reload your? Are there other cards you're missing currently, or is it actions that reload your?
Like I just got one from Destroying the Villain. I have the Fruition. This is 0 for 2. Flora and fauna is 2 and ready. So it starts going.
Let's get down to business.
That's right.
To defeat the Huns. All right, let's think. I mean, I'm gonna start swinging. Iron Man's all loaded up here, and I can't be scared of it.
How much health does he have?
He's got 1 left.
Mm-hmm.
2 from the thing and 1 from team training. So if I use him, he's gone.
You just block with him, right?
Yeah. And I've got 2 pistols that can easily be got rid of.
I mean, I'm comfortable with you going down at this point.
Yeah, I would definitely be doing that. Well, let's start with the things that we know. It's a good place to start.
Some water. You need anything?
I don't. 2 off the main for Maria Hillo with team training. Just the best card. Whew. Going to Value Town. You know what? Yeah. Okay, we're going to Helicarrier, Power Gloves. Attachment Avenger ally. Did it. Max 1 per ally. Did it. Now it's +1 and +1 on Ronan for that. So we're going to do 3 damage to the villain. Then we're going to trigger 1 damage off the Power Gloves to do 1 more to Drang. Good question, Shane. I don't remember. I don't remember how this game works. In Arkham, they stick around. I think in Champions they stick around. It makes me think with all the charging and moving counters around that they don't go away if they have no charges on them, but I could be wrong there for sure. Been wrong before. Let's just shoot Drang. They stay around because it doesn't have keyword uses. Okay. Cool. Uses goes away, charges stays around. Got it. Yeah, that makes sense. It'd be a bummer if your gun went away when you're out of ammo. Like just in the world, wouldn't that be funny? Ah, it's the last bullet. Ah, here it goes. What happened? Oh, I'm only doing 1 now, so I've got to do this for sure. Ooh, I like Ant-Man better than I like Iron Man, or Giant Man. Does the math on this work? All right, I'm going to pay 1 for a battery pack. Let's put that over here. Solvent?
Solvent. Are we solvent?
Are we solvent? It's a good question to be asking. All right, 2 charge counters in the bag. Exhaust this, move 1. I'm going to move it to my left-hand pistol. I haven't been shooting that one as much. Then we're going to do 2 to Drang. Excess damage triggers to draw me a card, and we maneuver to the next phase.
Stage 3. When revealed, discard the top 4 per player cards in the encounter deck. Each time a minion is discarded, put it in play with a player who is engaged with the fewest minions. Oh my! Okay. Discarding the top 8.
Okay.
And then every time a minion's revealed, we engage it with whoever has the least number of minions.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
So
I'm glad I'm not fully done
1,
yet.
2.
Not done yet.
3, 4.
Good.
5. Badoon Assassin, a 1 health thing. I'll give it to you.
And if I do it, I immediately take an attack.
I can't take that, although I could block.
Iron Man can soak that up, or I could just take 3. Is it engaging my hero? I don't know. What's engage? What comes into play? What is it engaging me now?
It's engaged, yeah.
Okay, it's doing it now. It's happening.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Consider it engaged.
Wait, no, hold on.
Put it
Discard
into
the top 4. Put it into play. So it's not being revealed.
It says put it into play engaged with the player though, and it's got to engage me if it's engaged with me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm just gonna take 3, man.
I agree with that decision. We have blockers in different area codes.
Yeah.
So 4, 5, 6. Ooh, I get Badoon Lieutenant. That's fine. 7. Badoon Grunt. It doesn't trigger because we both have a minion.
That's right.
So
you can throw him in on this side.
Give you a cat. And then last card, Badoon Warlord.
Oh, that was a good.
Half.
Half of them, you know.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, now we got problems to deal with. That's cool.
You don't want no problem.
You know what? This smells like a job for beat cops.
That's a great idea.
I could literally get rid of both of these things.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think it's Value Town because we have a game in control.
Now, hold on a second. Before I take, I was supposed to take this damage. Can I overwrite people? Because I forgot.
You can.
I need a slot.
You can. But,
So I may as well kill Iron Man.
But yeah, block with Iron Man and play someone.
Yeah.
I like that way better.
Let's do that. They're gonna kill that poor woman. Thanks,
Now,
Iron
if
Man.
you play a Hawkeye right now, it's going to be a hilarious.
I won't play
Okay,
Hawkeye.
great.
Don't have one.
Do I have to exhaust this? Yeah, you have to exhaust the beat cup. Oh man.
If you take that action next turn, is when that would happen.
Yeah, so I just have to live. Somehow.
You living does seem to be a bit more of the issue than anything else.
But you know, set him up, knock him down. I got a block. We got blockers.
We got blockers. All right. I might be able to be clever here. Give me just a second. Any tech upgrades that are particularly notable? Okay.
That's a good surprise to know is coming.
Yeah, that would have been nice, right? Nobody helped us, though.
Thanks, chat.
They all wanted us to fail.
Amani, he blocked with Iron Man because he's playing an ally.
I'm going to play an ally. I may as well clear the board, right?
Yeah. And Iron Man only had one left anyway. And he's about to shuffle his deck, so it's time to get it.
And the other two...
That is true. Iron Man could attack and leave play.
Yeah. It's basically, do I want to take 3 or do I want to... Okay, let's do that. We'll do 3 with Iron Man.
That seems good.
Yeah. Better math. Getting too clever. Okay, so I'm going to take that 3. When?
Yeah, now I could block with Spider-Man, technically.
We'll put the full stack
If
Iron
that
Man
3
back
matters
out
for
there.
you.
He will remove himself from the party. So, does your stuff, are you in alter ego?
I'm in hero mode.
Okay. So, this guy's attacking you for 3+.
So presumably right now I would block this with Spider-Man. I would block this here, and that would go into my growth counters. I have growth counters, so I have a long way before I'm gone, but I also become way less useful without my growth counters.
I'm trying to think if there's a clever way to just kill this.
And honestly, my beat cops next round just take those guys out. Like it's not worth a ton of time.
Yeah. Okay. So we're ultimately fine here. So then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and use Iron Man. 2 here, 1 here for the power gloves.
Yeah, just take them out.
I don't really have a means to do overkill damage right now because I'm only doing 1. So it's like...
You need there's one that does like 4 to everything engaged with a player or something.
Well, there's that rocket launcher and then there's the particle cannon that apparently... And I'll draw that again here soon. Let's throw an Ant-Man.
Okay.
I guess with 4... May as well, right?
Why not, dude? Load whatever upgrade you want right there on top.
Tech upgrade on top. Bob, you are.
I think we were ready though, Steve.
Cybernetic skeleton, maybe? Is that even
nice.
Is that even a thing that
it gets
care
you
about?
back to overkill though, right?
Yeah, it does. And that's really does seem important with these 1 healthy things.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
I'm into it. And
Okay.
You haven't even used rocket yet. You could thwart or something.
Yeah, I could thwart, and I think that's where I wanted to be. I could also roll down, draw 2. I know one of them. I know what one of them is, so it's probably not ideal there. Unless it's a 1-cost tech upgrade that I don't want to put up there, then I could play it.
Yeah.
But also, do we just take the attack? See, because if I go alter ego, I can send my allies to block for you more.
Yeah.
So I think I am going to do that.
Once you get a beefier hand. Dude, it's literally 36 and we're out of here.
Okay. So here's what we'll do then. Rather than putting the skeleton on top, we'll roll down, we'll discard a pistol, we'll roll down, play Ant-Man, discard the pistol. Now, can I put this back on top with salvage? No, it won't work.
Well, you could have done this first before you played Ant-Man.
Yeah, but then you don't get the draw, is the thing. Then you're not drawing the tech upgrade that you put on top because the salvage is how you're putting the tech upgrade on top.
Oh, yeah.
And I want this to be on top, but there's no clever way to do
make
that, is there?
Yeah.
So then we'll just do well, we may as well get a 1-cost upgrade then, right? Let's just get power gloves. And that way we can at least play him on Ant-Man and then swing.
Oh, and this is a Bugatti Ant-Man with 4 counters.
Yeah,
right?
he's a big Ant-Man.
He's giant Ant-Man.
Giant, I tell you, giant.
Okay.
All right, now I need to discard a tech.
Yep.
How about one of these pistols?
Yep. It's fine by me. Brought to you. You can get a little recovery going with old
Where did this...
Mr. Rocket.
This was supposed to be on top. And now we got to decide, do we want to play the power gloves that we just put up there? Or do we now want to play these thruster boots? Yeah. +1 thwart and aerial for the rest of the game?
Yes. I don't know. The game.
We only have a few.
It's
Power gloves
36
is 2 to 3 more damage.
I think it's power gloves.
All right, let's do power gloves.
And then you can remove the 2 threat and punch him for 1.
Yeah. 2-man punch for 1.
Yeah, and I'll beat cop these Badoons right out of here. They're going to jail. Space jail.
You guys are heading right for space jail. And then I'll go ahead and recover since I didn't do anything.
Why not?
Here.
I like it.
You guys are going to space jail.
Very
We could
cool.
also clear that Badoon Warlord if you'd rather. Because he can do 2, one with the power gloves, one with rocket. And then
We're
you're like,
at the end of
"Yeah,
the
be
game,
cop
right?
it." Okay.
We have this under control, in my opinion.
I believe it.
And like the cards in my hand, it's go time.
Okay.
I'm about to lay into this guy.
About to lay into this guy.
It's like probably
1, 2,
15
3,
damage
4,
coming.
5, 6.
Yeah. All right. All right. So 5 threat goes on.
About to lay into this guy.
Then
3
I'm
plus?
the first player.
You're the first player.
So he's attacking. I'm going to block with Spider-Man.
And I've got blockers in different area codes
Yeah.
over here.
So
too.
3 plus 1. Thank you for your time, Miles. Then this thing will attack, and I'll just block it.
Do you just want me to Maria
Yeah,
Hill
yeah,
it?
please do. Yeah.
The hill.
And then this is an attack for 2.
I can take it on Ronan. Ronan's worth 4 damage next turn. That's what we're trading. You can take 2 to the growth, can't
I
you?
think I just take 2 of the growth. Yeah.
Right to the growth.
Right to my growth. That's fine. Okay, then we go to the bad cards. Oh,
Yeah,
he's
did we-
scheming against you.
Did we do anything with the ship and stuff?
It
Or?
loads 1. Yeah. Then he's scheming against you, so it'll load again.
Yeah.
For 3, 4, 5. There goes Master Plan.
That card's...
Then this is for you. Well, before that, we get our bad cards.
Yeah. Now, if we get 2 advances, right, don't we just lose one.
Not happening. Badoon Grunt. Fine by me.
And then you get it. Oh, you already have
I
one.
have my minions.
Aha! Crisis on Half-World. That's me. Remove it from the game or discard the highest cost upgrade I control. I'll discard a pistol.
Perfect.
Yeah. That's so good.
Jeremiah, this is cool. He listened to the latest episode of the cast, and he said he was listening to it for a while. I was defensive and felt you guys were disconnected from the Magic community with what you were saying. But then
We
I
are
realized
disconnected from the Magic
we
community.
are. But he said then I realized we're like, in the same area code, but we're watching it from afar. But he says then I realized honestly the game is just fine with me. I really am just burned out by their products. I still play every so often, but cannot compel myself to buy anything new anymore.
Oh, well, that's cool.
2 ship charges.
You put 2 on this time. 1 here.
Yeah, Brian said never mind. Yeah, we
We
put
got it. We got it.
End
We
of
got
round.
it. It's
You got the
clean.
Milano.
It's all
you.
clean. I've got the ship. I'm your shooter. Wow, that's funny. Now hold on a second.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it because it's too funny to me to not do.
What are you doing?
I think
It's
I'm
cool.
gonna rocket launch those minions.
Get him out of here, man. if you, yeah, you just do your thing, and then I'll use the stuff as it makes sense for me to do.
Okay. First things first.
I'm the
Obviously, you're the
realist.
realist. Thank you.
My man.
Okay, this gets pretty interesting. Do we think we can do it this turn? 35? Where are
I've
you?
got 4.
Chickens to paralyze? Or whatever it is?
8. I've got like 13. queued up.
Helicarrier is a support. It's not an upgrade.
I've got like 13.
13, that's not quite enough.
Yeah. But what I could do instead is clear all of the threat.
What if I could place 2 growth counters on you and ready you? Asking for a friend.
Then we would be at 17.
Okay. A mild improvement, I would say.
But I also can do a little bit less damage and clear all the threat. So if we can clear the minions and all the threat, like, we're just kind of joking around
derping?
with this guy.
Okay. Well, let's start here, where all great things start. We're going to have to discard a tech upgrade. It's probably this battery pack.
Oh, that's right. So Drang now resolves his +1 on both. So it should be +1.
So we take 2 damage.
We take 2 into
Ultimately.
damage. That's fine. 2 growth counters coming at you. Good catch, Daniel.
Okay.
Micah, this is the first attempt. Technically, we played last week, but we were on expert mode.
discard battery
Campaign.
pack, draw 2 cards, and give me an encounter card for my trouble, if you would, please. Thank you.
got it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'd say the beat cop's paid out. I think any hero that goes to alter ego,
Yeah, maybe.
frequently, it's nice to just have that constant removal. Obviously, so this beat cop is going to end up being 3 for 6, which isn't crazy. But having to pocket 6 damage right now,
The old pocket 6.
if we didn't have
everybody
old
knows.
rocket launcher raccoon,
Everybody knows. Okay, I've used the ability, so I'm going up. I've got a lot of weird math to do.
hurry up, take your time.
Yeah, hurry up, take your time. Okay. So let's just see what I could actually do here. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. So without using the Milano, we've got that. Then we go here. 1. I've got a saucy idea. 3, 1, 2, 3.
You are kind of a rocket player.
I'm saucing, man.
And I'm going to need that guy's arm.
Still gonna play the rocket launcher. This is my problem. Okay.
Yeah, hey, that Milano's got a resource waiting for you if you really need it.
I know it's very tempting because I got 2 lead from the fronts as well.
That's exactly what rocket would do.
So just keep that in mind. We've also got to do the math on that. So that becomes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 damage on the table. And you were at 17?
That would be
We're at 32?
out of 35.
I think I can get that. Were you at 15 or 17?
It's 4, 8, 12, 17 specifically.
Oh, I've easily got it.
Oh no, get out of here.
Yeah, I think so. Okay. Well, the plan maybe has changed then, if we don't have to deal with these guys.
Well, patrol is I can't deal with threat.
Yeah. You don't have any guards
No
there,
guards.
do you?
Yeah, they're just irrelevant. Kill the leader, they all go away.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're right on the bubble, man. That's all I'm saying. We're right on the freaking bubble.
Well, I've got 17 hanging out.
I know. With the growth counter? With the extra growth counter standy?
No.
17 straight up. Natty.
No, with the stand.
With the stand, okay.
Yeah. But I've got 13 without it.
Yeah, I want to go for it. So let's see what we've got.
Just don't miss.
Yeah, I know.
We now have 72% of a plan.
So that 2, 4, 6 extra damage. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that puts me at 13. This is 14, 15, 16, 17. Other options, shoot the gun twice. So that's 8. Let's look at what that looks like. Okay, helicarrier is good.
I love it.
Let's go here.
You sound like Rocket as you're talking through this plan. This is why it's good.
And here for this. Okay. And then we do this. Okay. And then if we had one more resource, so excess damage, I could get that off the Badoon Grunt with the cannon. So that's -2, and then that puts this in. You know, I'm gonna try it. Okay? And
What could go wrong?
if it doesn't work,
Well, if it doesn't work, I'll just remove a bunch of threat.
okay.
And it'll be fine.
So let's start with where all good things start. We're gonna go 1 and 1 for squirrels.
Hello.
You do 1 to everything.
Mm-hmm. Load them up and knock them down.
Yeah.
Think.
Okay.
I'm excited to see where this goes. You got to lead from the front moment.
I do. We're going to pay 3 for the particle cannon.
I love his grin on that.
2 charges. Okay. Then we're going to particle cannon the Badoon Grunt to do 3 to the main. Draw me a card.
Down to 31.
Okay. Then we're going to do Flora and Fauna. And then do we have to both be in hero to do this? Is that a thing? Does it
We're
matter?
both in hero.
Okay, good. So Flora and Fauna is going to stand this and what, put a charge on it? Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and ready it. So if we really need to, if I could reload it, that'd be cool. Let's do 4 to the villain straight away.
Okay, down to 27.
Yeah. Then we do lead from the front.
Mm-hmm.
On me.
He's officially gone for it.
Yeah. So then we'll do 2 to the main.
Got it.
We'll do 3 to the main.
Got it.
Plus a Power Gloves is 1 more.
Got it. Down to 21.
Then we'll do 3 to the main plus a Power Gloves is plus 1. So 4 total.
Down to 17.
Then we'll do 2 to the main, going down to 15. That's around the number that you were looking for. You got to retaliate 2s, everything? The cool thing is you can still just beat cop both the minions and just party.
Well, I have better plays.
Christian is saying we should defeat the minions because of market reasons. Remember that.
Well, they will go away if I can't. I mean, I could be cop them either way. But if
You've got Lashing Vines too. Let's not forget Lashing Vines.
I'm aware.
Is Flora and Fauna for you greater than 4 damage? 2 growth counters and a stand?
It's exactly 4 damage.
Exactly 4?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine.
All right. All right. Because, it was just 4 damage.
I mean, I've got 13.
And if we Flora and Fauna you, what's your net growth counter gain? If you gain 2, does it matter? You just immediately spend them?
Up 1. To do 4 damage, I would end up 1.
Okay. That's about, that's about right.
So I think
take that Badoon Warlord in for questioning. Interrogation.
we just need to not lose.
Yeah, definitely true.
All right, I'm going to play Fruition to gain 2. And then
just do threat. Unless it's just unless you got that 15. You got that sweet 15.
well, I have to get rid of this thing.
That sweet 15. Use that beat cop, man. Come on, let's do it.
Well, I'm just doing math.
on,
That's
do
quick.
Use that beat cop. Hey, kid. Use that beat cop.
I
I want to see that beat cop.
He's going to get used, yeah. All right, I'm going to pop this beat cop.
Man, that card's good.
I'm going to do 5 here.
Woo!
And then I'm going to play regular I Am Groot and remove 5 here. I'm going to remove 1 of the beat cop.
So Flora and Fauna would net you 2 additional I Am Groots.
If I knew
additional
I was
threat.
going this direction, then yes, it would have been 2 extra threat.
I think in every world, Flora and Fauna on you is better than 4 damage from the particle cannon.
The only world is not better is when I can actually do 15.
But you would have got +4 to your attack. So either way, the plan is the same.
Yeah.
But it's just better.
Well, it also ready, so you'd have to wait to do it till my turn, if that matters for
Right
anything.
on.
That's
Right on.
it's
All
fine.
right. Just, finding those tweaks is like when you have that engine, where you...
You got to really tweak it.
Because I'm a known street racer, as you know.
So I'm going to punch. I do know. Yeah, okay. Honestly, it's just exactly what I expected.
You're gonna punch. You're gonna thwart.
So, well, I'm going to get rid of this guy.
Oh, right on.
I'm going to use the counter to get +2. So now I'm at 4, and I don't need to ready. So
Cool.
I'm just going to take him out. And then
Dead.
we're basically fine. So we're ready. And then
All right, we're ready.
don't lose right here.
Ready and don't lose. That's the name of the game. So double advance, and then we quit.
Yeah. Then we never play again.
I like it. I like the idea that that could happen. It's kind of the tentacle in Arkham. I saw a great clip of a video from Sean, Mythosbuster Sean. They're playing on TTS,
This?
and there's like a whole lead up. No, it's Arkham. There's a whole lead up to the big turn, you know, and all this stuff goes, and then the tentacle is drawn, and then Sean literally gets up, goes in the other room, and you can hear him screaming in the background, and it's hilarious. We've all been there.
I need to see that. This is now on my desire list. I unfortunately just drew the, in all caps, I am Groot, which is deal damage equal to the growth counter. Which
There you
would
go.
have been
That's
the card
what
I
you
needed,
needed,
but
right?
I didn't have it. Okay, anyway, so 5 goes on.
And then the spaceship activate.
Yeah, and then he's going to activate against each of us. So starting with you, because you have the thing, he's attacking.
All right, what do you think? Squirrels and Ant-Man are our sacrificial pawns this time?
Yeah. 3, 4, 5. And then I think it's worth you blocking this time.
You mean a block?
No, with Ant-Man.
Or a rocket block?
I think rocket standing is better. 3, 4. Then we get our bad cards.
Thank you, Ant-Man, though. Bunch of attacks here would be hilarious as well.
I mean, I have health and blocks if I had to do it.
Special delivery. You may exhaust Milano. I'm going to.
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't even want to know what the next of it was. Fernax activates. He deals 2 indirect damage, so he is not activated. So just a Fernax.
And he gets a spear back.
Oh, man, that was a very fortunate draw.
And then I get this exhausted Milano. Thank you.
Oh, the ship charge is on the attacks now. Is that
Yeah,
what we're missing?
It's +2. It's attack and scheme.
Oh, okay.
That's what we did last time to make it trigger.
Right.
So now we just need to do 15.
I can do it 1,000 ways. How would you like to do it? You get the first. Yeah, you're the first player.
do.
So impress us with your growth moment.
With my Grootness. Let's fire the beat cop to destroy my nemesis.
Yeah, that's right. Take him in for questioning, man.
Yeah.
This Fernax. Something has happened, and we think the Fernax was involved. I had an alibi. I was on Planet X. That's not what your call log says, Mr. Fernax.
This is a weird.
We found tentacles at the crime scene, or whatever that thing's made of. I can't even remember.
Pay 2 for an, in all caps, I am Groot to do 4 damage.
Hope we can do 11. I mean, I kind of
Then I'm going to swing,
emptied myself. You know?
removing 1 for Vine Spikes to give +2. Removing 2 to ready after I do this. So I'll do 4 down to 7.
You got a mana, so you got a secondary, kind of nice, like a secondary resource, like influence. You know?
Then I will swing for 2. Then I will play a Flora and Fauna to ready, get 2 growth counters. Then
You'll-
I'll swing for 2.
The old wooden chainsaw.
That's right. And this is exhausted too.
You can only lashing vines once, or vine
both
spikes
exhaust,
once.
Yeah. And then I'll pass it over to you.
Well, a lot of ways to do this. 1, 2, 3. Let's do Helicarrier. And then Giant Man. 2, 3, 4.
I guess technically, let me back up. I'm going to not do that last 2. This is way smarter. I assume you can do 5.
Yeah.
I'm going to go down and recover
Mmm.
because remaining health is a thing.
I'll do the same thing.
Yeah.
So then all particle cannon for 4.
Down to 1.
Roll down. Heal for 3.
I'll technically do this. Not that it matters. Ooh.
Any other ways that we can
Not
game
on
the system
fruition.
here?
I'm up to 6 growth counters. Not that it matters.
Okay, nothing else fancy that I can do there. No Schadenfreude or anything. Schadenfreude.
I'm excited to get to this part of the thing with you because you haven't seen what's about to
Swing for 4.
Boom! We win! Let me read the campaign to you.
Oh, read me the campaign.
Victory. In the campaign log, record units in each box, respective unspent units, which we'll spend in a second. Record 1 unit for each player. This is money.
All right, hold on. We get money. Do I need to track it?
Yeah, you can. Record a number of units for each player to a maximum of 3 equal to the victory values on the encounter cards in display. So we have 3 over there.
2 or 3? We got 3. Okay, we got max 3. We did the max.
Record 1 unit for each player if there are no minions in play.
Oh, yeah, we did that.
So we should be at 5. Record 1.
Wait.
It's 1 per each player. So we each get 1 free.
Oh.
Then we get 3 up to 3 from this.
Okay.
And then if there are no minions, a 4th one.
Okay.
Then record 1 unit for each player if the main scheme is on stage 1B. It's not. It's on
No,
2.
it's not. We sucked.
If Badoon Headhunter is in the victory display, mark the box beside scenario 1. Basically, in the next setup, it'll say, did you defeat the Badoon Headhunter? And if you did, it'll do a thing.
Do we need to write it down? You think we can remember Shirley, right?
I'm on it.
Call me Shirley.
All right. And then we get to this beautiful panel.
So we get 5 points apiece?
Yeah, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 points, which you'll see in a second. Which
Here's
is cool.
your spin down. You can spin it down at your liking.
The collector ship orbiting an alien world. Look at this thing. It's cool looking. The Badoon were sent to Earth by the collector to capture the reality stone, so he was trying to get it. He wants to collect all the infinity stones, and he already has the power stone.
Now, hold on. Was the collector the one played by Jurassic Park guy in Ragnarok?
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, that's right.
No, that is the
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. What is he called? He's the
He's not the collector, huh?
Yeah.
He's the experiencer,
he
the
looked
teacher.
like the god of that planet. Chat's gonna get it in a second. The Grandmaster. Okay. So from the ship, I don't know who's saying it. Someone says that wacko has an infinity stone. We're approaching the ship in stealth mode now. Star-Lord says, okay, team, here's the plan. We get the stone and get out before anybody knows where we are. Of course, I am Groot. Right, new plan. So they show up and they get ambushed. We fight our way out. And then Drax says, yes, because that's what he does.
It's kind of weird that all the Guardians weren't in the box. Since they're in the story that you're playing, I guess it's kind of an NPC situation.
You start with Rocket and Groot. And then literally, we just charged for it, but like
Drax and
Friday,
Star-Lord?
Star-Lord and Gamora come out.
Gamora.
Yeah,
Ronan.
so you're getting 4 of the 6, like within a month.
Makes sense.
Scenario 2, we won't play it, of course. This next scenario is awesome. It's called Infiltrate the Museum. I want to get to the upgrade part so we don't have to do that next time. So I'll just read this. Though the Badoon were formidable, the teamwork and coordination between the Avengers and Guardians was enough to quell Drang's onslaught. After the battle, Gamora is able to extract critical information from Drang about why they attacked Earth by using a few persuasive techniques. As it turns out, Taneleer Tiven, better known as the Collector, heard about the Reality Stone on Earth. Already having the Power Stone in his possession, always looking to expand, he hired the Badoon to steal Earth's stone. Deciding it best if the Collector has no stones at all, you set out towards his museum. So we'd set up.
Pretty effective hires, honestly.
Oh wait, actually, it's not a part of this.
The Badoon did a pretty impressive job. I mean, in terms of thugs to hire to go steal an ancient magic stone.
They did a
It pretty admirable, man. They kept us off of it for a while.
But that's where so this was the first scenario. If you remember from Red Skull, it was like Crossbones into Absorbing Man.
Yeah, the sponge delay.
And so both of those were like Crossbones feels like a kind of a rhino, just swinging at you if you can just beat him. Absorbing Man just kind of felt like he was slowing you down, which is fine. But this from like scenario 1 is like you have ships, you have all these cool mechanics.
It is really cool. Yeah.
So in between each campaign, we get to go to the market. And so there's literally a stack of 28 cards.
Oh my gosh, bring it on. This is what I'm here for.
That each have a unit cost. So like this targeting screen has the unit cost of 6. Can't buy
experience,
it.
Right?
So I'm going to let you look through there first.
Now, do these get saved? Over the if I don't spend them, do I get them next time?
You get to keep them. Yep.
That's a fool's gamble, though, isn't it?
And then these go into your deck, but they don't count against your max or minimum deck size. So you now have to be over 40 cards.
Okay.
So I'll let you start. Just taking through. Take a glance.
Questions coming through chat. Somebody asking about Dark Tides. Jonathan H. When is Dark Tides getting released anyway? It's been released 7 times across the world. When is it actually in the States?
It's scheduled for next Friday.
Okay.
Obviously, that has changed a lot, and it's literally at this point with anything Asmodee, I'm kind of just until it's physically in my hands, I'm unwilling to promise much of anything. But all signs point to next Friday, which I'm excited particularly about that. You ordered that on-demand printed version of the co-op scenario?
I did, yeah, the key racking.
I'm very excited to play against that. Will very much enjoy.
These cards are not necessarily good, man.
Not necessarily. I need to get my group cards out. The reality of like the cheaper experience cards are going to be less powerful.
So, oh my gosh, targeting screen's so good. Can we combine our XP to buy something together?
Mm-mm. So to get that, the only way to buy that on turn is if you also kept that on stage 1. Otherwise, you have to save at least a point or two to try to buy it later.
Grapple, come on. This is not a 2. Deal 1, stun an enemy, stun you, draw a card. It's fine. Look, it's Lockjaw. Is that Lockjaw? Winging it?
Yep. He's a good boy.
Oh, it's kind of a cool design, though, I guess. Ugh. They're all kind of hit or miss, man. You know, sometimes you see those cards and it's like...
Once you get to like the 3 and 4 unit cost cards, they're all like insane. Which we'll see if you agree or not.
Safeguard is money for this deck.
It's sleeved because it was in my other deck.
Right. Yeah, the upgrade the ship stuff is like where the money is. I don't even want to waste my time with these other ones. Not yet.
I will give you a mild spoiler in that we're not in the ship on the second scenario.
All right, let's not upgrade it then.
So upgrading the ship is less attractive.
Exhaust, remove 1 from each scheme. That's pretty good. It's like a universal beat cop. Oof, that's really good.
You should also look out for tech cards, right? That's a tech.
I suppose I should.
For your ability.
Yeah, and obviously heavy cannon is like in the rocket zone.
The rocket zone.
Oh. Tried and true. Recursion, who needs it? Ready after 3 characters, remove this card from the game, so that's obviously good for me. Remove 5 threat from the main scheme, remove this from the game, that's fine. Draw up, remove this from the game, of course. Calculate the odds.
Is this your like interesting stat?
Yeah. Draw 1 card, choose a player. That player may draw 1 card, then choose and discard a card from their hand. That's a pretty good little 2-cost moment there. Take 2, remove 5. I don't know. Do you need that? Do you need that? Do I need that? We're not playing beefy enough characters, I don't feel like.
I mean, that is kind of nice with group, because like if I have my 10 counters,
yeah, just growth.
Taking 2 is fine to remove 5. Especially if I have ways to reload, because sometimes you cap out, and then in 2-player I don't know that'll happen as much. In 3-player it's a lot easier to like let someone keep going down to alter ego.
Yeah. Okay, armor plating is kind of interesting there. It's not bad. Heal 1 from all friendly care from if you control. Heal 1 from your identity.
All your allies.
Well, heal 1 from a friendly character, and then if you control the ship, heal 1 from your identity. It's not bad. I mean, you can heal 2 every turn.
Oh, it's an upgrade.
Costs 6, obviously. I can't get it now, but
that is every turn.
Heal 2 every turn.
Iron Man, where you're healing 1 every turn. He's just permanently out.
Yeah, it's true. Permanent Iron Man is the best Iron Man.
Yeah.
Choose and discard 1 card from your hand. Discard the enemy. Draw 1 card. No. Close call. When a boost card is turned face up, cancel its boost ability on all of its icons. Draw a card. Yeah. That's a good card.
For 3? Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, it costs 0 and it's always useful. Draw it into your defense hand. When a card is revealed, cancel it and discard it. Oh, yeah. Bring on the control.
Oh, yeah. That's what's up.
Sure gamble. So basically you pay 1 card to generate 3 money. It's not quite that good, but it's okay.
Well, you leap through it every time.
It's for 5. I think I can do better than just a few extra bucks. Ardent Resolve, ready something, draw a card. I don't really need that. Now, Quicksilver could make some interesting use out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Where he
those
has
are interesting for me.
they're interesting.
We'll see. I'm gonna look through these as well. So I'm just gonna cruise through. Okay, so Milano mods, gotta watch out for that. So maybe. Does a card like Power Unleashed? I'm not gonna buy it, but it removes it from the game. But do you get it back every game, basically?
Doesn't remove it from like the binder.
It doesn't say remove it from like
Your campaign forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like the obligations are removed from the game. Tried and True could be crazy at some point. Choose a player that put 3 cards in their hand from the discard pile. The right 3 cards could be insane.
The right 3 cards, man. What I look for, though, in these cards is like things that are going to reinforce what my deck is set up to do.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm already set up to have a curve that I'm comfortable with, so I don't feel like I need the money cards as much.
Yeah, I need money more.
You do need money. You're just a poor tree man. Safeguard is hard to ignore here.
You know, it's this brainstorm is kind of interesting for you, particularly with the ability to put cards on top of your deck.
Yeah.
Because you can obviously name the card and then either put it on bottom or draw it and remove 3 threat. It's a 1 experience, so it's just a...
That's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, that's kind of interesting,
It's just
right?
worth thinking about, yeah.
So let's see. You play Salvage, put a tech card on top, play Brainstorm, remove 3 threat, and draw it. But you have to play the card to draw the card, so you net 0 card. This is just remove 3 threat.
Without having to really spend a card.
Yeah.
So it's not insane, but it is a...
It's kind of clever. It's clever, isn't
particularly to get the upgrade this turn is a pretty powerful thing you can do. Even getting like an upgrade to go on Iron Man, like the Power Gauntlets or something. I don't know how crazy it is, but it's at least interesting.
I take the fight to them. Unfortunately, I just like it better in higher player counts. Look at the top 8 cards. It's like, well, we can definitely get rid of the advance that we can't hit. Draw 1 card. Draw 1 card. Calculate's good too. And then these 7s I won't even waste my time with. All these 4s I feel like are maybe next time with Milano time.
Look at this, the art on Ardent Resolve. She's got like Galaxy in her.
Super good.
I love that kind of stuff.
She's got Galaxy in her eyes.
Wow. Onrush is still good.
Any idea if we're going to see a lot of status cards
I have no idea.
coming up?
I have no idea.
I'm definitely going to take Close Call.
What's it do?
I don't know. I kind of like it. Boost card is turn face up. Cancel all the boost icons and the ability. It just seems like they're playing with a lot more of that. Boost abilities are really bad for you things.
I think the ability to mitigate...
And you draw cards. It just replaces
card.
itself.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you spend it as a wild. I don't mind that.
I do like it.
I'll do a brainstorm too. Man, I'll do a brainstorm. You want a brainstorm? I got a brain. I'll save 1 and I'll do a brainstorm.
I like saving. Let's see what these do.
Now, do we all have to share this pool?
No.
You can get multiples. Let's get as many.
We share the card pool.
So if there's only 1 close call out, there's only 1 in the game?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Creative solution.
Are there any other things that let me look at the top card of my deck or put things back on it?
That's a good question. You're not doing these?
No, I'm not doing this for now.
But you're interested?
Part of me wants to do Safeguard, but I'm not going to.
It's a good card.
What's that? Calculate?
Safeguard.
Yeah, Safeguard's good.
I'm on all the 5s. Well, besides this 3, which is fine. But like canceling encounter cards straight up.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, you get on rush, I'll get close call, and then we'll
Getting a little controlling.
figure out where to go from there.
This is fine.
In fact, I think I just won't even pick this up. I think I'll just save 2. And then we'll come in and we can get like the laser
Yeah. I'm gonna go on rush.
targeting screen. That's the thing.
These 3 are similar.
Yeah, as we said, you got to not lose to win.
I just think destroying a now upside of something like Sure Gamble is that you can do it on your turn.
Yeah.
It's proactive.
That can also be an upside of onrush, though. Like you draw it in going into the enemy phase, you get to use it and it replaces itself.
Yeah, but if you draw it with like a draw effect, this would be not as good for you.
This one doesn't replace itself.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
you're
the only
canceling
one.
a card straight up,
This one does.
and this is any encounter card. That's only boost.
This is the best card in the game. Come on, we gotta.
Yeah. Someone's got to get it.
Someone's got to get that.
So I'll get it. I'll take it. I'll
All
take
right.
take the thing.
I mean, you don't. You know.
We did it. So what'd you think? You want to go top down real quick?
That was good.
See
Top
how
up.
we feel? Top up top. We did it.
Hello. Hey, that was okay. That was a normal feeling campaign.
So that is about how the first time we played it went. We actually won, but it took a long time.
Yeah.
Like it's like and it was, you have a bunch of new mechanics, the ship, and remember there's a lot to remember there, like the reload and every time he activates and just all that kind of stuff. And the next scenario, that's I've only played the first 2, both very like that felt different than most of the scenarios we played.
That was a really cool thing with the ships and the indirect damage. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I think that's a great little idea.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the expert campaign standard mode scenario, etc. Is a bummer because it's just like somewhat confusing, especially if you're new. Like if because a lot of people I think might get like core set and then Galaxy's Most Wanted or core set and the last one,
Rise of Red Skull.
Rise of Red Skull. I think those are going to be your obvious purchasing paths for new people. It's going to be core set and then your favorite. And if you love Guardians and then you run right into this, you're going to be like,
Well,
this is the hardest game on earth.
I would assume that a new player would skip over the expert section
Yeah.
and not play expert.
This in standard would still be really hard,
It
right?
would be tough, yeah. And especially if, and this is what I think a lot of people got burnt on, is they played the decks that came in the box as they were,
Yeah.
and those decks were not very good.
Yeah.
Just strictly, like Groot was on protection, but it's the balance that they're going to keep struggling with, which is like how many cards to reprint.
Yeah.
So he didn't have a lot of the key protection cards, but he has new protection cards, right? Same thing with Rocket, where it's like he's on aggression, and like he has some of the good aggression cards reprinted, but he doesn't have all of them. And he's got a bunch of new stuff, and then you have to have play sets of the new stuff. So anything that might be actually like, maybe you don't run 3 of, is a 3 of just because they have
Yeah,
to
because you
package
got to
it
have a
right.
play set. Yeah.
So I think if you were just playing against like Rhino with the decks that came in this, it would be fine. But particularly this scenario, the other problem is, as you could tell, scenario 1 requires you to be able to attack and defend well, and then also remove threat. So
It's got the whole boat.
protection, aggression is not removing that much threat.
Yep.
That's a problem, especially 2 characters that need to build.
Yeah, that would be almost undoable, like you said. You could maybe get some lucky flips, even in standard. But this is one that definitely stresses every aspect of the game all at once.
Yeah.
And even, it doesn't even give you a break on minions. Like the minions are forthcoming and in everything from 7 health to 1 health.
And
So it's not like Ultron where you can just do board clears.
the whatever the minions are that get you an encounter card,
Yeah.
even when you're effectively clearing minions, those guys make you think about not just clearing stuff.
True.
But a new player, it's like, I'll get rid of this minion. How great is this? And then you get like dumped on with extra cards. Like a 1/4 encounter turn, if you were new, would just be like devastating.
Yeah. Or it might be exciting. I hear people that just get completely eviscerated in Arkham the first time and they're like, it was great.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go back.
I think the thing that Arkham does so well, though, comparatively, is that like, if we lost this in Arkham, you keep going.
Yeah, true.
It's just you get some downsides and it changes the story. In this one, it's like, oh, you get to do it again.
Are you supposed to replay it? That's what it tells you. Just
Yeah.
if you lose, you just start over.
Yeah.
It's like a boss fight.
Well, it's like in a level in a video game that you can save. So like, if we get to the second one and lose, you just play the second one again,
Yeah.
and you play it until you beat it. But like, if it already was a slog, your motivation to try it again.
Try it again.
So,
Yeah, I could see that.
but also, we're like a year and a half into the game, and like it's not the starter, it's not even the first campaign box.
It's not suggested to be that.
It's not necessarily like if you're, every scenario that comes out for Arkham as an example is not for beginners.
Yeah. True.
And like every campaign has the scenarios that are very tough. Past even the core set was kind of tough, but like, you can't. It's a fine balance of like you want every. Like if you buy Galaxy Most Wanted and you have Rocket and Groot as playable out of the box, that's nice. But like, at what point? And this is a classic. All games run into this, right?
Yeah, and it's different for the LCGs, right? Different cooperative. It's different whenever you have persistent products that don't have to shake up the metagame. So you can have like that year and a half in product that is designed for people who have been playing for a while to challenge them. And not worry so much that this is the moment where we can't get new people into the game, because the core set's always there and those earliest scenarios are always there.
Yeah, I think the core set is one of the best out of the box experiences I've had with a game. Like the heroes that come in there, the way it plays, the villains. Looking back on it, it's like that's a great introductory product.
And
you buy one thing.
Even if you take Rocket and Groot and those cards and take them back through the core set, if you love those heroes, I think that's a fine thing to do.
Yeah, but starting on this campaign, to understand the campaign in the first scenario is dense.
Yeah.
Like you need to know how to play. I think by the time you're playing against Rang, because not only is it the normal game, not only is he doing everything, but you also have the market. You have the ships that are out that are like. It's a lot.
That's a true story.
But that's where, like, for me, obviously, I was pushing for heroic for like a year.
You were.
But like this is the difficulty I would want the normal game to be, and I like that it's not heroic.
This feels like Arkham difficulty to me.
Yeah.
It's like it's never easy, and I can always, and then like I lose sometimes.
Yeah, we were one wrong twist from losing a lot.
Yeah.
There. We could have easily lost this game.
This game does that a lot too. It does give you that, well, if you hit those 2 advances, but obviously it's kind of like Arkham with the Tentacle. You have to have some level of randomly getting wrecked so that you're not ever feeling safe and comfortable.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
Just like real life. You don't ever want to lose the chance that you could just randomly get wrecked. Chris, this is good. Saying apparently the modular sets are really good from this in the core set villains. Like taking the modular sets from here and going backwards. I forgot about that whole thing.
Yeah.
That's a whole thing. We should do it.
The other thing is, this is a campaign, but like, when we play the next scenario, I think you're going to love it. And realizing you could just play these as standalone villains, like not even as part of the campaign, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot, like that scheme that we started with is campaign only. These things are campaign only. So that's also a way for new players. Like you could just pick one of the scenarios and play against it and probably go better.
Ronan apparently very hard. Prepared a game saying that in the chat. A lot of people have been talking about Ronan. So I'm interested to see it.
He's the finale.
Nobody was lying about this being hard from the beginning. I mean, rolling it in here on the double expert thing that we did was like, well, this is impossible for Quicksilver and and Scarlet Witch.
I think that in expert, it's like we would have to go to the best imaginable builds.
Well, man, I hate to say it, but having those allies out was sure helpful that time.
It is every time. Yeah.
So helpful.
But I did feel like you were at least with Rocket, and he's really good in my opinion. But it felt interesting.
The good thing about Rocket leadership is that it's the kind of thing, and this is when you know that you love playing these leadership style decks. This is why they're so good. It's a hero that can cover whatever base needs to be covered that moment.
Yeah.
So like leadership just plays off of that. Your allies can do whatever they need to do. Rocket can do whatever he needs to do. You've got those double thwart cards in your signature pool. You've got your weapons that can either do mass damage or specific damage.
Yeah.
You're drawing every time you're cleaning up the problems you need to clean up anyway. Like any hero that is synergistic with the game is that's very important, right? Where it's like, if you're doing this thing that the game wants you to do and you're getting a benefit from it, that's a good place to be.
Even the fact, obviously leadership does it, but Rocket does it too. Even just out of a signature pool, he can do a lot of damage. And then your one big turn where you remove a bunch of threat with just Rocket's cards.
Yeah. And he's got a 2 natty, and he can do that, like I said,
he's got the +1 card. He could be at 3, and then you could have the stand-up stuff.
Even then, that one card puts him at a 5 thwart for the turn. And that's phenomenal. I didn't even get the boots. Once you get the boots, he's 3 thwart every turn.
That's what I was saying. So
and then 3 and 4 off the card, you're just doing 7 in a turn.
Forbid you play a lead from the front that round.
Yeah. Chop, chop, chop. It's crazy.
Yeah, he's a super versatile hero, and obviously has a downside of 9 health. But A card draw ability on both
Allies.
sides is crazy.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That is crazy.
It will forever be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can just, as the card pool expands, Rocket Raccoon will pretty much always be good.
Not going to be worse.
Yeah.
And that's even like when you think about core set, like Carol Danvers. It's like, oh, you just get a free card draw, and then you get a heal one and card filter. That's what you do.
And your signature pool is basically a ton of money.
Yeah, you
and
have
then a
big
ton of
threes
damage.
And a ton of damage. And you have threat removal. It's like,
But there's that helmet, so you got to draw out of that, you know? You gotta put that one in the discard pile, or build around it if you're like me.
well, hey, this was fun. We're actually going to be back next week with Marvel Champions, continuing down the campaign lane.
What's the next encounter?
The Collector.
Apparently that's everybody across the entire deck building process has said it's going to wreck me, because if you try to build, it's going to wreck you.
Well, you haven't seen some of the movies. So there's a character called Collector.
I can imagine that there's probably one central thesis of this character, and is it that the character wants to collect things?
He does. And we are trying to infiltrate his museum. And so he will be collecting things from our deck. Things being items and upgrades and allies. And,
Just going to take them from us.
sort of.
Okay. I guess we'll see. Join us then, everybody.
It's not like he like necessarily steals them from the table. But when they like would leave play, he might collect them.
No, that's fine. I only need to play them once.
Well, there's ways to get him out, but that's the whole mechanic. It's really cool. I think you will not be upset about it.
Okay.
But we might lose to it, and then we have to make some tweaks and try it again.
I'm looking to be upset. That's kind of my role here on the stream. Hey, we just charged for the two coming.
Star-Lord and Gamora.
Star-Lord
They're
and
coming
Gamora.
together. So we're shipping them one time. That saved everybody on shipping.
One ship, one cost, one moment, one charge, the whole thing. So if you're a subscriber, of course, thank you so much for doing that. That's one of the reasons why we're here. We might find a way to do it anyway, even if we were making none money. We've certainly done
fortunately,
it
we are.
many times in our lives.
And more than us, we can pay people popping the cards and making the systems and all that to do everything that is required for us to make this content.
100%. So thank you to all the subscribers. If you see a bigger charge than normal, that's why. It's a double decker coming at you. And then if you're not a subscriber, we're going to have to sign off of this video and never watch again, because you're
Only
not
subscribers.
entitled to do that. Just kidding. If you would like to be a subscriber, we'll just automatically send you Marvel Champions products. You can specify which ones: hero packs, scenario packs, or campaign boxes. And it's a really good way just to say, hey, rather than trying to track down pre-orders every month or every time I want something, I'm just going to get everything sent right to me, and I don't have to worry about it. So you can check that out on our website, teamcovenant.com.
Many asking, by the way, if we're doing Fab tomorrow. We're not streaming tomorrow, but we
No
are doing
stream
Flesh and Blood
tomorrow.
Friday.
Big release celebration on Friday for Flesh and Blood.
We're going to do Sealed again.
We do some sealed. We'll
It'll be
see
a good time.
everybody there. Take care.